I am not here to put Scott down. I am not here to say shame on you, Scott and Jason Bum, for the terrible movie you've made. No, I am here to say these choices were probably not the best. And so that is why I am giving this criticism. That is it, okay? Get to the point, G's. If I don't say this, I will be blown up on Twitter by like 40 people. So it's very important that I do say
They gonna have your address.
Yeah, they would be very mad. Trash Planet, that's insane comment. When are you doing a Hear Me Out? Cake with Gibby, Toy Chica feet enjoyer. No plans currently. Will care equals Scott don't care. Oh, I see. Alright. Why am I not allowed to say the movie sucks? No, you guys are fine. I'm just saying, like, people will get confused. They will take I don't like this movie as I don't like Scott Cawthon the human being. Right? That's what they will... Some people... When you've been around for long enough, you know, it's fucking... It's this shit happens. Right. Thank you, YT Scuffed. Okay. So, I think what we can do first is go through and give all of our kind of spoiler-free ratings out of, like, 10 or whatever. So, I'm going to start now. There will be spoilers after this section. So, if you have not seen the movie, go away. Come watch this tomorrow after you've seen it. But, we're going to start now. Fazbear Entertainment, out of 10,
Michael
what would you...
Afton existing has ruined me to the core. I hate this movie. I almost walked out and
I will get to that scene, Grumman. That was wild. Okay, Fazbear Entertainment, out of 10, what would you give the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie?
I think like a 6.5 out of 10.
Crying-eyed, what would you give the movie out of 10?
On a good day, I would give it a 5.
Okay. So, I saw the movie in person with Gibby and Unwithered Truth. They came down to my town. We all watched it together. It was a good time. So Gibby gave it a 5. Unwithered Truth and I, both of us, gave it a 3 out of 10.
Damn.
I think the plot is absolutely incomprehensibly clunky. Not in terms of it's confusing, but the decisions the characters make are not the decisions that the characters would make.
Yeah.
That's why. And so we'll get into it, okay? So what we'll do now is go through the movie scene by scene. I will start because I remember all of it. I watched it one time, then I watched it a second time and kind of like took notes. So I've got it. It's all inside of my Megamind Sigma brain. So we'll start.
I took notes the first time.
Let's go. So we start the movie. Spoilers starting now. The movie opens, okay, with William Afton dimly lit and backstage going, "All right, guys, are you ready to start the show? Count with me now. 10, and make sure you stick around because there's an end credit scene." Is basically what he said.
It's so funny when they said that.
Yeah.
Watch until the end.
However, this I actually liked. I liked the vibe of this. I thought it was just a neat, clever way to open the movie. Did we like this in chat? I think this opening was good with William Afton kind of like counting down to the movie. I thought that was cute. I liked that.
That had me excited.
Yes. Yeah, they liked that. Okay. Thank you, Trash Planet. 3 out of 10, the TNT Dread stands for... Did that say tugging? Oh, it said tripping.
Yeah. Oh, yo.
Now you got your minds on it.
Show you where my head's at. Yeah. Okay. And then thank you, Mio, for the membership. Okay. So, I like that. So our next scene is kids walking into the original pizzeria with the 1982 year flashing on the screen. What do we think of this? Let's go over Fazbear Entertainment first. Oh no, Fazbear Entertainment. They showed 1982 on screen. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it was just explicitly to be like, don't look at this as 83 confirmation. I think that's the only reason, because the only reason they would put the date on there at all is specifically for that type of purpose, for like, you know, saying some kind of implication about the games, because the date of Charlie's death was not important to the movie at all.
Silver Eyes, though, right? In the Silver Eyes, I believe she dies in 82.
No, she died, in the initial, but then it was retconned to 83. So I think the fact that they chose to make it 82 was specifically to be like, look, don't look, this is not confirmation for anything. So like, you know, I think it was purely a decision to be like, say something about the games from like a meta standpoint. Because like in context, it has nothing to do with the movie itself, except if you take, like, if you read into it a certain amount with the first movie, when Mike is first talking about dream theory with Jeremiah explicitly states something about the summer of 82 for something of like his past. So you could take that as to say that Charlie and the crying child, you know, equivalent, the Garrett, would have died in the same year. But I think it was purely from like a meta standpoint of being like, don't look at this as confirmation.
Yeah. Okay. I agree. I don't think we can use the movie to get exact dates for events in the games.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I mostly agree.
Yeah.
I think that the reason they picked 82 is just because like that is immediate like games deconfirmation. Because like it's very ingrained, hey, Freddy Fazbear's Pizza opened 1983, right? We've known that. It opens 83, and at some point Charlie dies outside of the building. Like that's been pretty ingrained in our brains. We know that now.
Yeah.
This movie has 1982. Charlie dies in the building in front of everyone. I think the reason they do this is to immediately establish, hey, don't use this to solve the games. We are going with something entirely different right now.
You can have
This,
your
like,
own
don't
opinion,
try to use
but I
this as a hint.
think the
This is not
movie is very
confirmation on when or how
enjoyable.
Charlie dies.
It's
You know how
a
this happens.
7/10 for
And
me.
don't use the rest of
Just
this
not
movie as a
enough
basis
math
for what else
mangle.
happens. This is entirely different. We're playing with entirely different set pieces, which is very relevant for what happens later.
Yeah. Also, Nash, I don't think the movie's unenjoyable. I went with a group of like 20 people, and half of them enjoyed it a lot. So I don't think it's that's why it's not lower than like a 1 out of 10 movie is one where like the camera's barely on, like, and like they're just looking at the floor. Like that's like, you know, this, it's not the worst thing ever. So anyone on the internet saying it's the worst movie ever made, that's exaggerating a lot.
A 1 out of 10 is walking out of the theater.
Yeah, Morbius is 1 out of 10.
Like, I enjoyed watching the movie, which is why I was giving it a better score. But after watching it a second time,
Yeah.
Because first time I went alone and I was taking the notes as I watched the movie, just like get caught up. It's like, okay, this is happening, and I enjoyed that. Right, I enjoyed just like watching the movie and like trying to figure out all the stuff that happens. Like, okay, that's interesting. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I watched it a second time with friends, and I realized just how bad the pacing is.
Yeah, okay, so next up, we get a shot of a young Charlotte Emily sitting on the floor in front of the trapdoor that the puppet crawls out of, okay? Now, so a couple of employees, like teenage employees, walk up to her, and they go, "Are you seriously gonna sit here all day?" And the other one goes, "Hey, you know she sits here all the time. Don't try to get her to stop sitting here." And then they walk away or whatever, okay? And now, young Vanessa comes up, okay? And says, "You look like you could use a cola." And they're very clearly familiar with each other. They're very clearly friends who are familiar with each other. The movie will later say that they were like best friends or something. Henry will be like, and her best friend, Vanessa, something like that. And so, what happens here is the start of a decision I am very confused by, giving the rest of the movie's tone. Vanessa, and I knew instantly that they were going for something because Scott used language that does not exist in real life. Nobody says this. Vanessa goes, "Hey, you know she's not your spirit mother, right? Or spirit parent, sorry. You know she's not your spirit parent, right?" Which I'm like, that's the line that just very clunky, a weird line. Maybe we'll come back to that. So put a pin in that for now, okay? And she's like, it's not really there for you. Come back to our table, have a slice of cake. It'll still be here when you're done. So she does, okay? It is at this time when she happens to look over and none of the other 50, 60, 70 people in the restaurant at the time look over. It's only exclusively Charlie sees William Afton in the spring Bonnie suit luring a kid back to the back room, okay? She gets up terrified and tells tons of adults. She runs up to an adult at a birthday party for kids and tells the adults who are here to celebrate the birthdays of children, a little boy's in trouble, a little boy is gone missing. And they all push her off with comically negligent levels of disconcern.
Yeah.
The adults are talking right now. Is
You're
a real quote from the
Now,
movie.
maybe this would work if they weren't at a children's birthday place where everyone there is there to celebrate childhood and children. So I didn't like that very much. But anyway, okay. What was I gonna say? Charlie takes it in her own hands to go back and investigate William Afton taking the boy, right? Oh no, what's going on? Vanessa grabs Charlie's arm and says, "No, Charlie, don't!" Right? So Vanessa and Charlie are the only two out of the 70 people who have seen this happen.
Yes.
And you gotta remember, Charlie is Vanessa's best friend, vice versa in this movie. I think it's said by Henry later on to Mike in the phone call, which Michael scolds Vanessa about. That's it. That's the end of the attempt. No, don't go, Charlie. And then Charlie goes. And she doesn't try to stop her. Now, granted,
they never talk
you
again.
could say this is because Vanessa's terrified of her father and does not want to stand up to him in any way. So that's what I would say to explain that away. I don't think that's a terrible problem. The thing I do have a problem is the next scene, okay? William Afton has not stabbed the boy. There is no blood on him. He has hit him in the head, presumably with a blunt object, and is now washing his hands in the sink before disposing of the body. So,
Well,
okay.
those who know.
Why would you wash your hands before disposing of it? Even if you're going to put it in a suit. Let's say he puts it in the suit. Why would you not wash after you're done? Why would you leave it on the floor in the kitchen during hours, by the way? People are eating in the dining room. He bonks the kid on the head, quick melees him like in a melee shooter, like in Overwatch, melees him, right? Then in the kitchen goes and cleans his hands while the kid is on the floor. And presumably, if Charlie did not walk in, he would then go from washing his hands to dragging the body and hiding it, and then washing his hands again. So that one don't really get. But anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway. The reason he's actually washing his hands is because we need a reason for him to disappear off screen while Charlie picks up the little boy and runs toward the exit.
Yes, purely for tension.
So while he runs toward the exit, he picks up the knife, which is not by the sink, but on the opposite counter, and is completely dry and clean. So he was not washing the knife. He was washing either his hands or a blunt object that he used to knock the kid out. And so he's chasing the kid. She's chasing Charlie down the hallway. Okay. And Charlie gets out, drops the boy, who suddenly wakes up and runs to his mother, completely fine. So it was not a setup. This was actually a real random woman's kid, right? And then Charlie screams, falls over, and there are 3 giant stab wounds on her back. We will come back to this. She then falls down into the trap door, into the arms of the puppet, who rises up carrying her. Now, me, Gibby, and Unwithered Truth all notice this at the same time. The clunky line of, hey, that is your spirit parent. She is your spirit parent. Okay. Charlie has just gotten done sacrificing her life to save a kid and has fallen into the arms of her spirit mother, because the puppet is female. And they recreate, to the point of the arm flopping down, the fucking statue of Jesus Christ. I'm not kidding. Go back and look at the scene. Even the arm is dangling the same way. The Savior has given up her life, sacrificed herself, and has fallen into the arms of her spirit mother. So Charlie is Jesus Christ, right? Then why does she spend the rest of the movie trying to get revenge? Scott is Christian. She spends the rest of the movie trying to kill people. Why would you use this imagery? Why?
I think so. For what you were saying, I think you could read a slightly different interpretation on what the scene is representing. Obviously, this imagery looks like it, but I don't have anything to say about that. I don't know, but I do think that calling the puppet her spirit parent and then Charlie dying and falling into the arms of her spirit parent feels very much like almost saying, one, that Mrs. Emily is dead, and two,
yes,
the fact
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Died
100%.
To protect the kid almost feels like she died in childbirth, like a Fiona situation.
What? Wait, say that again?
Like Charlie gives her life so that another kid can live, right?
Uh-huh.
If you mirror that imagery to her spirit parent, that's kind of implying that she died in childbirth, right? That her mom died in childbirth?
No.
I don't know what you're on about. This one.
Bro's thinking in other language. So this though, I can't show you guys the shot because the movie's not out. It is the exact same fucking pose. Her head is tilted back and her arm, Charlie, her head's tilted back, her arm is hanging down limp at the side. And Scott mentions heaven like 3 times. He knows what he's doing. Yeah, you give your life to save someone. So here's what I think. I think this scene, the imagery by itself, is beautiful and applies perfectly to Charlie from the games. Charlie 100%. Will spend the rest of the movie not forgiving anybody, trying to kill children who get in her way, and then going to the suburbs and murdering random people in their houses. Charlie is not a Jesus parallel in any way, so I don't understand why the imagery is used, because it certainly is used. It is certainly used. So that's my problem with that scene.
The main villain.
However, at the scene as a whole, in general, the scene is great. With none of the rest of the movie, I think this sequence is pretty good, right? Aside from like the parents being comically evil, I don't like that very much. But I think that
it's a little bit ridiculous.
I enjoy the composition. I enjoy that shot. Okay, now we cut to the opening credits. And 3 seconds in, newspaper comes on. Child dies from accident.
Child with
so
3
you're
stab
telling
wounds in
me
her back.
that none of the 70 witnesses told the police this little girl ran around just telling us that someone was in trouble, then ran into the back room to go help them, then came out, carried the boy that was presumably in trouble, dropped the boy, and fell down with 3 stab wounds in her back that would have measured the exact measurements of a kitchen knife used in the kitchen. The police would have went back there because that's where she came from. The witnesses would have said, the boy would have said, a yellow rabbit kidnapped me. The boy would have been... How is it an accident? How is this an accident? How is this even played off as an accidental death? Tell me.
Yeah, the running theme of this movie is that every single person is incompetent. Every single one of them. They're all stupid.
I think
like I'm thinking about it. Like, the only character that I think doesn't actively do something stupid is Henry, and that's because he shows up once.
All you need to do, this is what the police would have done. Police would have walked in and went, all right, so where'd the dead girl come from? Oh, she came from back there. They would go back, they'd see, oh, well, here's some, she came from the kitchen. Let's look at the weapons. She had stab wounds on her. Oh, that's funny. The gashes match the exact measurements of the knives that this kitchen uses. Accident, I guess, guys. What's that little boy? A yellow rabbit monster kidnapped you? Accident. Sounds like an accident to me.
Is there an animatronic that matches a yellow rabbit? And are these like meant to be worn? Like you could put something together.
Yeah, but
like you wouldn't be able to find out who did it, but you could find out. Okay, somebody did something. Like the fact that this gets passed off as an accident.
Yeah, it makes no sense. It's impossible.
I figured
she falls to the ground with 3 bloody stab wounds on her back.
Is that not just the vibe of the games though? That like
the difference with the games is that no one sees the bodies in the games. That's the whole point.
In this, a group of like 50 people see Charlie come out. They look at her in horror. They all turn and look. They look at her like, oh no, and they all see her stabbed to shit.
They watch her fall down. They see the stab wounds. They see her fall through the trapdoor and get lifted up like Jesus Christ by the puppet.
Yes. Who will then proceed to hate all of her enemies for the rest of the movie in classic Jesus Christ fashion.
If they can't pinpoint anyone, then would it not just be like, oh, we don't have enough evidence to say anything?
Yeah, but it would have been an ongoing case. They wouldn't have said, oh, it was an accident. What is the accident?
Yeah, like,
it said girl held responsible. They said Charlie was responsible for her own death. Did she walk into a knife 3 times? Ow! Ow! Oh, not the 3rd one! I accidentally walked into a knife 3 times. I hate when that happens.
Or do we see the stab wounds? There's no way
the police don't see it. There's no way the police come and get the body and don't see. Do you think the body dematerialized into dust? Somebody saw the wounds. The coroner would have seen them.
The thing I'm thinking is, aren't the spring lock wounds somewhat similar to that?
Yeah, Your Honor, he walked into my knife 12 times. Thank you. That's exactly what would have happened.
That she like got hurt in a spring lock suit.
Those injuries would be all over her body then. That's the thing.
And the suits would have been probably retired then and not after William uses it. Because the suits are still in the other location. The location after this one. Okay.
No, what are you talking about? They have the unwithered there.
I'm talking about the
like the
spring lock. No.
For the toys location.
I'm saying in your interpretation, if the spring locks were the thing that killed Charlie, and Charlie dying was enough to get the place closed down, which it was, then the spring locks would have been retired then. And the spring locks would not have been at the FNAF 1 movie location, but they were there. So I don't think it was played off as a spring lock failure. That's what I'm saying. Does that make sense, chat?
I also can't imagine that people would come to that conclusion when they see 3 stab wounds in her back.
Does the general public even know what spring locks are? I don't even know.
Like I'm sure that's the excuse.
That's a hard.
Fazbear Entertainment would try to come up with, right? Like, I'm sure the company would try to say, "Oh, she like tried to get into a suit. It is dangerous. You need you need to follow specific protocol to get into the suit without danger." She did it on her own. She broke in backstage. She tried to get into a suit, and she got herself hurt. We hold no accountability for this. Like, they would have said some shit like that. And, like, they would still be held accountable, obviously, because how the fuck did a kid get back there without anyone noticing?
Yeah. Do they not have any cameras either? Are there no cameras?
Yeah,
like, I mean, I can see William scrubbing. William could scrub those. That I can suspend my disbelief for. William could scrub that.
Well, did they even have any cameras in the movie? Like, they didn't have any camera gameplay.
I didn't know. He never played. Yeah, when he was playing FNAF 2 in the office, he never.
So they might not have just.
He never checked the cameras, dude.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, moving on.
Everything else.
Moving on. We have credits end, and we get a close up on Vanessa as a kid, and then it turns into Vanessa as an adult on her bed. She wakes up in a cold sweat. And gets a call from Mike Schmidt, who has finally become the Rizzler. And he calls Vanessa on the phone. He's like, ha ha ha. What if we got dinner?
Girl, what's up?
And so they're like, all right, cool. We're still on for dinner tonight. Okay. Where's my dead kid? Suspiciously stabbed shaped Charlie.
Where's my dead kid?
Okay.
Suspiciously stabbed
So then,
Charlie.
Abby comes down the hallway, and then Mike's like, all right, I gotta go see them. So they have a little meeting set up for tonight. We have a nice, cute little exchange of like Abby being like, "Oh, so are you kissing her? Are you guys on a
Maybe
date?"
you mentioned it already, but the Will Care mention.
Oh,
was
we'll get to that. We'll
crazy.
get to that. Yeah.
Oh,
So
we'll get to that mention.
yeah. Abby's like, "You guys gonna go on a date? Whatever." Cool. So what we do now is Abby is going to go on the bus to school while Jeremiah comes over and helps Michael paint the house. So Abby goes off to school. Jeremiah comes in. And Jeremiah says to Mike, "You know, when your Aunt Jane went around and told stories about murderous
It was so
bears,
peak I passed out and
plural,
dreamt better movie.
to everybody,
Hashtag
the whole
Charlie
town went
Jesus
wild
truther.
and made up this Faz Fest." Now, first problem. How is Aunt Jane telling people stories about murderous bears? Because she only encountered Golden Freddy. That was all she encountered, and that was in her own, like, it was in a house. It was in a random house. So first of all, that doesn't make a lot of sense. The movie will then say that there's a secret antagonist who has actually been popularizing the Freddy's brand again. Great! Why is Aunt Jane involved? You already made an explanation for why Freddy's is suddenly popular again. Why is Aunt Jane part of the movie when it makes no sense? She woke up, knew about multiple animatronics, and started telling people about them. You've already created this other character who we'll talk about, who is deliberately feeding the fire, right? It's just...
Well, I mean, to be fair, Abby also was.
Yeah, that's fine. There you go.
Like, I think
That's
it's
more
just-
to my point, though. That's more to my point. You can have Abby feeding the fire. Why do you need Aunt Jane, who the movie says gets admitted to a psych hospital? Why are they listening to her?
There's no reason for it.
Yeah, she doesn't need to be in the movie.
Well,
She doesn't
you know
need to be
Aunt
brought
Jane
up.
is projection.
Aunt Jane doesn't need to be in the movie.
Change the projection.
Yeah. So anyway, we do have a cute scene where Michael's like, Abby's just trying to move on from all that, and then it immediately cuts to Abby telling everyone on the bus about the incident. I thought that was funny. That got a laugh out of me. I laughed at that. That was cute.
That was good. I
like-
like
yeah.
that.
And she meets this, like, sandy-haired kid. I called him Gregory Davidson throughout the whole movie. That's what he'll be known as
I don't
henceforth.
remember his name either.
No, I don't think he had a name.
I don't remember his name either,
Yeah.
dude.
Gregory Davidson, right? So, now we enter the fucking science fair subplot. The bane of my fucking existence. It is like a third of the movie and has no reason to exist. So anyway, Abby goes into the school and her friend Gregory Davidson is like, "Hey, are you ever going to visit your friends?" And she's like, "Yeah, well, Mike says that, like, they're broken or something, so I guess he's not going to fix them or whatever." Wah. And Abby walks in, right? And we're in robotics class with 11-year-olds. Now,
Yeah.
around the room are things like literal, like, pyramids made of, like plastic, like, Lincoln log things. Like, literal, just like a build, like, something that you would come home from school as a kid and you'd make it as a toy, is one of the things one of the kids is making. The teacher decides to walk up to Abby, whose robot actually has electricity and batteries, unlike some of the other kids in the class, and say, "You know what, Abby? Fuck you. You suck ass at making robots." So I'm going to cross her name off this clipboard. And even though I have just told every kid in the class, come to come to the science project or I'm failing you. If you don't show up, you'll make us look at and I'll fail you. He goes up to Abby and begs her, "Please don't come. You're so shit. Please leave.
Don't
He says,
worry,
I'll
let
give
us
you an
handle
A if you skip. How is
I
it
think he
possible
says
to
that
be this
part
much of a hater?
I think he
Well,
said the
it's-
part about giving her an A later.
Okay, well, I'm saying still applies. Still applies.
Yeah.
He's that desperate for this kid who actually has a robotic invention, unlike some of the other kids. He's this desperate that she doesn't come.
Well, it's just because he
to the
fucking
event.
hated Fazbear, right? Like, I imagine he wouldn't have had that issue if she was making anything other than Chica.
Yeah,
Chica didn't have the
this-
casing at that time. At that time, it didn't even have the casing.
Yeah, but
had
it was
the
still
beak.
clearly, like, it had the beak.
It had the beak,
Like,
and he
it was
probably
an
knows that this is the
endoskeleton.
kid who's saying everything
Okay,
about.
well,
like, oh,
well,
back
here's
then
my
this crazy
question.
Stuff happened. So,
I don't know. Actually, let me think about this for a second. I'm trying to think if that's a good point
I
or not.
find it hard to believe that Abby
Because-
and Gregory Andrew Davidson are in the same
because
grade.
in this entire scene, he's a massive Fazbear hater. He's like, not Fazfest. If you go to this stupid Fazfest shit, you're failing the class. I need every single one of you stupid fucking kids at this science fair to make
Well,
me
it seems
look
like he
good.
has a predisposed dislike of Abby because he
Yes.
goes right up to
And
her and
the
immediately
fact-
starts.
The fact that Toy Chica immediately targeted him, too, obviously he was being mean, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was there, one of the adults, when Charlie died. Right?
Yeah.
So he has a predisposition to, like, fuck
Oh,
Fazbear.
also,
And then
doesn't work because we will later see in the movie a snippet of paper that says William Afton was a robotics genius. We also have the purple guy's son telling people, hey, these toy animatronics, the things my father created, they are way advanced for their time. So when this guy says that Fazbear is an insult to robotics, he's wrong. They're
Yeah, no,
revolutionary.
he's super wrong.
Yeah, he's just a Fazbear hater.
Okay, I wish they would have given more context as to why.
I do too, but I think that's the only explanation we got. This guy,
Because I don't think, I'm going to be honest, Fazbear, I don't think Scott put that effort into it. I think Scott just was like, wouldn't it be funny if there was a mean teacher?
I do too, dude. A running thing with this entire film. Everyone is an asshole except for 4 characters. I think there are 4 characters.
Unwither
that
Truth's
aren't
got it.
asshole.
What he was concerned about was that they would lose the competition, not his individual judgment. So he was scared that other people would hate the Fazbear, despite the fact that the Fazbear invention would have done better because it was a city-wide trend at the time. So that makes no sense. Good one. That was good on Wither. That was good.
No, but that's clearly, like, that's what he tells Abby, but he clearly just has a disposition for
But does he want, so what does he want more? Does he want to win the science more, or does he not want to look at Fazbear more? Because he seems pretty desperate to win the science event. So which one trumps the
Fazbear
other?
more.
He hates,
Like,
okay.
I think
And so,
I think he hates
here's what I'm
Fazbear, he
doing.
hates that Abby's
Which
spreading
one
it.
is emphasized more in his character in the movie? A desire to win the science fair or a hatred for Fazbear? It's the desire to win the
desire
science
to
fair.
win.
That is emphasized way
Is it?
more. Yes, it
I
absolutely.
feel like every single thing he says, he's talking about Fazbear.
No, it's
No,
we need to
every
win.
single
We need to
thing
win.
he
We need
says,
to
he's
win.
talking about winning.
Yeah.
We need to win. We need
We need
to
to win. We need to win. We need to win.
Whole way through.
Right, but every time that he's saying that to Abby, he's saying it because it's a Fazbear thing. Obviously, it's
He
stuff
says it
that
not
would
around
win.
Abby. He says it just walking into the thing, even before Fazbear comes up. Yeah, if it was because he hated Fazbear, why wouldn't he just say, don't make a Fazbear thing? Make something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he literally, like,
Fazbear.
there's no
Stop.
other explanation for his actions other than he hates Fazbear, which is also just
No,
said.
You're right
Wait,
that
you're
there's
right.
no
There is no explanation
explanation.
because the story is ass.
That's the point. The reason there's no explanation is because it's a dog shit.
Fazbear's like, fuck you guys. We're ganging up on him. I feel so bad. Sorry. We love you. We love you, Fazbear.
Like this is one of those examples where I want to like this entire movie, but holy fuck!
I
what
just,
are they doing?
I feel like this is an example of you don't need a character to explicitly say something for it to be true to them. Like, he obviously hates Fazbear, and that's why he's doing what he's doing. He
Like,
just doesn't
I
have
could
to
totally
explicitly
believe.
say it.
I could totally believe that he is just a Fazbear hater. I could believe that. I wish there was more of that though, because the way it comes off is just like, oh no, he's just an asshole. He like, because every other character, like I said, everyone is an asshole in this movie. Mike is a piece of shit. This guy's a piece of shit. All of the adults from like the opening start with Charlie, pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Henry is incompetent.
Okay. So, here's the thing, right? Presumably, these are all new friends, okay? Because Gregory Davidson, right, when Abby gets off the bus with Gregory Davidson, she says, "Do you believe anything that I just said to you?" Implying it's the first time she's told this kid about the FNAF friends. Now, if they were friends previously, that's all Abby ever fucking talks about. So they would have heard about this.
Yeah.
Okay? However, Gregory Davidson says, "Have you tried fixing your friends yourself? I bet you could do it." How do you know? The only thing you know about her is the teacher came up and said she was shit at robotics.
I mean, he also sees her robots, so it's like maybe like he's like a dumbass
That's
kid.
true.
He's like,
That's true. That's true.
Wow,
That's true.
you're
That's true.
so good. I think
Yeah.
that's
Which is
all.
part of.
Yeah,
what I'm
I
talking
think
about.
I
She's
think you can
clearly,
get
like,
away with it
smart.
more, and whenever the character's a child, you can get away with more.
Yeah, that one that I think is fine.
Yeah. Unwithered, we'll get to it. Unwithered, we'll get to that. Okay. So after that, okay, Abby goes home.
So what Unwithered said.
There's a nice talk between Abby and Mike, where Abby ties his tie for him. It's a cute scene. I like it. I like the scene. Good character work. That is the last
it's a
character
great
work you will get in the film. Every single other thing the characters say to each other during this will be what is happening on screen. I am trying to fix you, and I do not want Abby to feel sad. Well, fuck you, Mike. I am going to drive to the pizzeria, and that is where I will find evidence about Charlotte. Oh no. Guys, the toys got out to town. All right, Vanessa, let's go out into town and track the toys. Everything else said in the entire movie will be what's happening on screen.
Once considered to give him Garrett's fucking plane.
It's bleak.
Gregory Davidson, is that real? No, that's what I'm calling the kid.
Yeah, that's all we're calling it. I don't remember what the kid's name is.
I also love how this movie basically shows that Vanessa has known Mike for 2 years and never once considered to give him his dead brother's plane. Truth nuke.
I think that's guilt.
But I think that's part of the thing. That's part of her arc in this, if you could call it that.
Yeah, because the big thing with Vanessa is like she feels very guilty for everything that's happened with William Afton. Like she feels partially to blame. And I think that if she let Mike know that he had this toy, like the crash out that Mike would have, it would be the most justified thing in this entire film.
Okay,
it would justify the way that Mike treats her for the rest of this film, because we're going to talk about that too.
All right, so now he gets the idea, okay? Abby gets the idea to go back and try to fix her friends herself, which somehow has never occurred to her before this point. Which is strange because we know from later that she's rebellious by nature because she tries to cheat on the science project. So we know that she's rebellious by nature. So the fact that she has not already broken out to go see the friends, very strange. But anyway.
That did surprise me.
She goes back there while Mike's on the date, basically. And so Mike's on the date, right, with Vanessa. Vanessa shows up. They have some ha 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 ha, we're like flirting or whatever kind of moments. And I believe that the important thing is that, well, first, Vanessa says, Mike, you need to tell Abby the truth about the robots. Stop saying they're broken and you're going to fix them. Which implies that Mike knows the truth about the robots and is deliberately hiding what he knows from Abby. So, Vanessa then complains about nightmares. Well, nightmares. And Mike says, and I'm totally not in these exact words, but literally, oh yeah, you have PTSD from your father abusing you. Why don't you try dream theory? It worked wonderfully for me. No, it didn't work at all. You did it for 15 years and it did nothing. It was only when a magical ghost kid went inside of your mind and altered the dream that it started to mean something. Dream theory shouldn't do shit for Vanessa because it never worked for Mike. The only reason that Mike's dreams worked was because an external magical ghost kid went in his fucking head and told him shit that he couldn't have figured out from the dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Mike
isn't that just the same thing as like what he was doing, but not in the dream. Like the whole point of like.
Yeah, but how would he know? How would he know the
sequence-
dreams do that?
Well, because that's what happened. The whole point of the dream sequence was he kept trying to go back because he felt like he could change what happened, right? Then he started getting messed with by the ghost kids, and then he realized he can't change what happened. What he has now is the most important thing to him. And so he's telling Vanessa, he's telling Vanessa to go in with the knowledge already that she can't change what happened, but that it's like something that she has to accept, and that she has to make use of what she has now and forget about the past.
But I would argue it's
That
not the
I can
dreams
agree
that
with.
helped him with that. It was the actual events of the movie.
Yeah, but the dreams
I
are the way
still
to
think that
showcase
telling
effect,
I still think telling an abuse victim to deliberately have nightmares about their abuse is a bad idea.
Yeah, I do still think that that's crazy work.
I
but
still
do
think
get
that's a
what
bad
Faz's
idea.
saying here. I get what
I
Faz is
think
saying,
maybe
though.
therapy would have been a better suggestion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's good news because Vanessa does dream theory once, and it works. She has no visions of Afton for the rest of the movie.
Yeah, that was weird.
It works. She's cured.
I
I've
don't know
gotten
why they
over
did
it,
that.
Mike. You can too. We're not his anymore. I've conquered my demons because I had dream theory once. You can do it as well.
And the thing is, the way it ended didn't even the way that dream ended wasn't even her overcoming it. It ended
Yeah.
with Afton going like, "You'll always be mine."
No,
Like,
but
she
but
didn't
don't you
come
remember
over
she
to-
shot him with a gun? She shot him, and so she
Yeah.
beat him because he died, and he
Yeah,
shot
because
him.
he died. His dying words are, "You'll never
Hero,
be
yeah.
free."
Mhm. No. He shot her. She
Also,
took the upper hand and got him. So, chat, remember, if your father abused you, just get over it. Moral of the story.
That's insane. That's insane.
What are
See,
you, a
this is-
pussy?
This is one of the things that I wonder if it will be expounded on, because I almost feel like
If your father
I wonder
abused
if
you,
there was
shoot
any
him.
actual. I wonder if there's any actual Afton influence in her dreams, because Mike, the secret character I already said, but he talked about Afton the same way that she did, and she stopped having those. So it almost makes me wonder if he is actually influencing, because he looked afraid, right?
Abuse,
don't know,
Vanessa. Have you tried ASMR?
If it just ended the way it is, I agree, but I think it might be a future
In the third movie?
setup.
I hope
Yeah.
so. Okay. Anyway, though, that's not what happens next. So, tells her about dream theory, and he's like, all right, cool. They go back home, right? Or Mike. Oh, sorry. Mike goes back home, and he sees a note on the door that Abby has gone to try to fix the animatronics, okay? So, Mike, kill me, goes to the pizzeria.
Yeah.
And now Mike's at the FNAF 1 pizzeria. Abby is sitting on the ground crying. And Mike walks up. And I'm about to crash out. Hear me. Abby goes, "Where are they?" And Mike says, "Oh, pieces of them are scattered here and there, pointing at the floor." So surely they're destroyed, right? Surely there's no way they would appear later in the movie in PSA 10 condition. To back this up, Abby says, "That's not what I'm talking about. I mean my friends." Which implies Abby says, "Yes, Mike. I know the suits are broken and scattered all over the floor. Where are the ghost kids? However, the suits are fine. What are they saying?"
You know what it feels like? I feel like they changed the script partway
Yes,
through, because
yes,
the
yes.
way this reads, it's like this was meant to set up the Withers.
Yeah.
Like,
Retrofit. This
these
was
were
retrofit.
because-
That was a retrofit.
Yeah,
They're here. They're scattered here and there, pointing at the floor. He says it.
yeah. And then they didn't. Spoilers. They don't go through with that idea for the Wizards. The Wizards are something else entirely that we're gonna talk about, because I have a lot of feelings about the Wizards in this movie.
Okay.
Something about the Withers is the only thing that has affected the way I'm thinking about the games.
So, let's keep in mind something here, okay? Okay. Here's what I'm thinking. Abby tells the kids on the bus that, hey, at William Afton, they say he's still in the building somewhere. Hey, why haven't you called the police?
Well, she thinks he's dead, right?
Some say he's still in the building somewhere. Like, I don't know if she thinks he's dead or not.
No, I think that's her just being a kid. It's like,
Okay, all right, fine. Wait, no, got it. No, fuck you. Mike Schmidt in movie 1 sees Max, his babysitter's dead corpse in a suit while getting in the Shreddy Faz chair. Would Mike not go, oh yeah, hey, there's like 40 bodies in there. Can you go get him?
Dude, I honestly think Mike did everything he could to forget about it. Which, like, because that's something he says later. He's like, I am trying to forget about everything that happened.
Yeah.
Like, I think this is Mike just like trying to block everything out.
I think it was just like, let the stuff that happened at Freddy's and don't let it. Like,
I don't want anything to do with this shit no more.
I think if anyone though, I think like even like Vanessa, or I'm gonna spoil it. Vanessa or Michael Afton should have checked to see if he was good. Because Michael Afton thinks he's dead. But and knows that Mike's responsible. He knows where he died. He knows Mike's responsible. He knows, oh, you killed my father in that ordeal. Dude, did you go check? You're the owner's son. Do you not know about the safe room? You're the owner's son. You know everything.
Yeah. I needed to know why Michael started doing the things that he started doing. Like, what does he know and what does he not know? Because I feel like he knows nothing and he just started doing shit.
William's in a secret room. They say it at the end. I don't believe, with the amount of knowledge Vanessa has about the building in movie 1, I don't believe that William Afton's kids, who are deliberately described to be his accomplices in this universe, would not be informed about the layout of the building.
Yeah, especially since people, spoiler alert for the post-credit scene, people do find William.
Yeah, random guys! Are they better than the police? Phone dude smarter than the police. Dude, I found a secret room. Fucking sweet.
They find William after a certain event happens where a certain kid is no longer there. It's, you know.
That's true. That's what I was going to say. Yeah. However,
is Golden Freddy
counterpoint.
Is the Golden Freddy kid projecting walls to block it off?
Because the Golden Freddy kid is not keeping Springtrap there because he's vengeful in this universe and wants to torture him. He's keeping him there to hold him back so he doesn't come back bigger and more powerful than before. That's what he says.
Yes,
so in that case, decapitate him! Kill him!
Well,
you don't want to torture him, get rid of him! Torturing him's not your motive. You're willing to let him go and go to heaven. Kill him! Cut his head off with a fucking knife!
No, okay. Hear me out on this. I think that Michael Afton did know that William died and would come back. The same way I think William knew that he was going to die and come back, which is why he said, I always come back, because I think he had known about this shit for a long time because of Circus Baby.
Are you talking about Michael Afton knew this? He says he's dead, though.
Yes.
Michael Afton says our father's dead.
Yeah, he did die, and he comes back. That's what happens with possessed.
But he says, I'm going to continue his legacy, as though he thinks that Afton won't be able to.
Yeah, well, he can't because the Golden Freddy kid is stopping him.
Oh, so you think Michael knows that? Wouldn't it have been a good idea to have an exchange between Michael Afton, who is currently in the house, and Golden Freddy Kid when he shows up? That would have been a smart idea.
Don't you think it would have been interesting if the Golden Freddy Kid
Michael Afton's
had
in that building the whole time. Michael
dialogue?
Afton's sitting on the floor of the house when Golden Freddy Kid pops in, I believe. Or is did he already get clotheslined? I think he gets clotheslined after.
No, he already got clotheslined.
He already got clotheslined? Okay.
He got clotheslined first, I think.
Okay. Well, rewrite the movie so he doesn't get clotheslined, and then have them have a fucking conversation so we actually know what's going on. That'd be a good idea.
Hold on, I'm figuring out right now. Hold on, I'm in the movie theater right now. I'll let you know.
Oh, he's in the movie. All right, Crow's in the movie theater. He's watching it right now.
I'll let you know. Hold on.
Legally. Okay. So anyway.
Yeah, I think that all of them knew that William would come back.
The FNAF 1 animatronics show up before he bails.
Does Golden Freddy show up before he bails?
Hold on, I'm finding that out. Okay, yeah, all the toys start tweaking. Toy Freddy gets murked.
Yeah.
Spoilers. We're gonna talk about this stuff later. Hang on. Oh wow, the theater's playing this in times 2 speed. Wow, thank you, movie theater.
Private screening.
Paced movie theater.
Private screening, guys.
Okay, no. He bails before the Golden Freddy kid shows up.
Okay.
And then it gets clotheslined like immediately.
All right, so that one, okay, whatever. But the only reason I went on this tangent is because Mike and Abby are both in the FNAF 1 location, and neither of them think, like, man, we can't find our ghost friends. Is something going on? Should we maybe, like, poke around a bit? Like, maybe William Afton's doing some shit? I don't know. So, anyway, Mike's like, hey, to cheer you up, Abby, I'll get you a prize, okay? Now, keep in mind, the puppet is still in her music box when this happens. Has not been woken up yet. Okay? So, with limited power from inside the music box, the puppet astral projects across the fucking universe at the same time when Abby and Mike are at the FNAF 1 pizzeria, goes across the city into the pizzeria, influences the Faztalker's eyes to light up, so Abby notices it on the ground. And Abby says, I want that one.
Abby.
So, question. Is it... So, one, it could be the field. That's fine. Boom, there you go. If the field's in the games,
yeah.
Explained away. The other option is that the puppet is just continuously pumping energy into this Faztalker on the floor across the street. So, I think it's better for it to be the field. So, now we have to say the field is in the movies. Otherwise, the plot is incomprehensible. So, we'll say the field's in the movies.
Alternative... The Faztalker's clearly from the original location.
Yes, of course.
It might have been haunted by Charlie before it got moved.
So you think it's kind of like a shatter thing, kind of like her agony is a bunch of places.
It might. I mean, she clearly has like some kind of ghostly
good.
presence over the entire building because of.
I agree, because the puppets. However, easy solution: put some fucking black tears on the Faztalker. That's all you got to do to convey that. No budget has to be used. You just like, okay, how can we let the audience know that this object is pre-haunted? Because there's no visual indicator. Okay, get a Sharpie, and draw 2 tears on it. That's all they had to do.
Well, I mean...
Well, do they need to do that? Because isn't the fact that it's doing anything at all an indicator that it's haunted?
Yeah, but I'm not sure how you're supposed to...
We know that, like, since the puppet can, like, wirelessly connect to, like, all of the toys, like, I think it's possible that...
It's in every toy ever made. In that restaurant?
But all the toy animatronics. So I would believe that she could do it to like anything else that's like Fazbear branded.
I just think it's strange that it's like continuously, like I'm assuming its eyes must have been sitting on the ground flashing forever. Also, Fazfest is popular. The flyers are on the door, and nobody's raided this place. There's merch everywhere. Everyone's excited for Fazfest. Everyone's excited for Fazfest. How is the Faztalker not gone? That would be like finding a Gen 1 Charizard card laying on the ground and not taking it.
Yeah.
Everyone's obsessed with Fazbear. Why is there any merch at all in the FNAF 1 pizzeria?
No one know where it is?
Yes, there's flyers on the door. Clearly, Michael expected people to find the flyers.
Yeah, true. Ah! You good?
There's flyers placed by Michael Afton on the door. Did he go inside and find his dad?
Okay, the only explanation that I have, and this is bullshit, but hear me out. The only explanation I have is that Golden Freddy literally projected extra walls to hide the room that they're in, and that he just couldn't do that anymore at like after the events of the movie where he leaves.
I was thinking more along the lines of just like anybody who goes
it's not grounded in anything, but that is the only explanation for that.
Michael went to the old pizzeria to lure people curious about the pizzeria to the Fazfest and didn't go inside to check around the place where he knew his dad had died. And on top of that, the people interested in the Fazfest who went and saw the flyers about the Fazfest on the original Freddy store didn't go inside and take the merch lying all around the floor. How much disbelief do you want me to suspend?
Hear me out. The last time we saw people break into the FNAF 1 building, they got fucking murdered. So it could be that they're just killing people.
They literally say everyone thinks the story's fake. They literally say everyone thinks the story's fake.
Yeah.
They think it's urban. They think it's a legend.
Like they don't. Like it's not like they're finding the bodies. Like people who go in just die.
Not everyone trespasses. Not even one. Not even one person. Oh.
These fucking cowards won't even trespass.
I mean, and by the end of the movie, they're tearing it down. It's not even being used. I don't think... Is Afton still renting it out and buying the property while being spring-locked?
Yeah, see, that's weird to me. I don't know why the building gets demolished.
I agree,
There's
Gremlin.
no way he's still renting it.
No, the building gets demolished, so I don't think anyone would get in that much trouble for looting it.
Michael Afton being behind
People
everything
loot deserted
just
buildings all
makes
the time.
story
It's
12
deserted.
times more unnecessarily convoluted for no reason.
No one's been in
Just
there to
cut him
maintain
and
it.
he's
No
out
one's in
of
there to
the
clean it
movie.
up.
Michael Afton being behind everything makes the story 12 times more unnecessary convoluted. Michael Afton being in this movie is useless.
Yeah. Oh
You
my
could
God.
remove him from the plot, and the plot would be better.
So anyway, after that, they go home. And I think we cut to Vanessa at a spin class, I believe.
We still have to talk about the paranormal investigators. That happens.
Okay, you do that whole scene, I'm gonna rest my voice.
Okay, hang on.
You're in the theater. You're in the theater. You can say what happened.
Yeah, hold on. I'm asking him to rewind. I'm asking him to rewind.
All right, he's asking the theater to rewind.
Okay, yeah. So
Oh wait, the plushie. Wait. Oh, I didn't talk about the horror. That was mint. That was mint.
Dude, that was
that was
Credit where
peak.
credit where
That was
credit's
peak.
due. That was mint. That was
Okay,
mint.
so
That was
yeah,
fire.
right after Mike finds the flyer that has Henry's phone number, because Henry's been here. Henry's been here, and he doesn't tear down the rest of these flyers, by the way. Can we talk about that?
Second
He
thing. Not only has Henry not torn down the flyers, Henry's flyer is buried under Michael's flyers, which means Michael saw a poster saying Freddy's is murder and didn't kill the guy who's clearly onto him. He just
Having
lets him
not
go.
seen the movie,
He doesn't even go to his
Michael
house.
must be paying
Henry's
the
fine.
bills, or whatever entity he is now owning.
Michael's
Henry's
posters
there.
are taped over Henry's poster. So, which means Henry's was there first.
yeah.
So the next scene is the paranormal investigators. They're called like the spectral scoopers or some stupid shit, and it's Michael Afton who makes a weird point about no, call me Michael. Don't call me Mike. Call me Michael for some weird reason.
Because I'm not Mike Schmidt in the games, believe it.
Yeah, because I'm not Mike Schmidt at the games.
Trust me, guys.
So what's it called? He gives them a tour of the building. Sorry, this theater has the subtitles in a different language. I'm not
Oh,
sure
okay,
why.
okay,
It's
okay.
kind of annoying.
That's strange. It's also camera quality on the screen.
Yeah,
This is quite.
It's
quite
a little
strange.
rough, but don't worry. So Michael Afton is giving a tour to two people. Like they all end up splitting up, right? It's three people. They all end up splitting up. One of them ends up like in a river, falls in because like a light bulb breaks or something, and gets swarmed by a bunch of mini puppets. Like they mini Rena him or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
One of the
I would like
guys-
to say, when following Mike, the guy says, "Well, this might be our best episode yet." My friend, you with the camera are going in one direction. The guy with the lighting is down the hall, and the guy with the mic is somewhere else. The guy with the microphone. What, are you gonna have no lighting and no audio? Oh, this show is fire. This show is fire. The camera crew all go into different rooms.
Yeah, and all three of them get like murdered. What's it called? We find out that Foxy was, at least in this universe, Toy Foxy, as they exclusively call him in this, was made as a build together, like pull apart, put back together toy. Everyone splits up and they all get murked by different
Unwithered
things.
Truth says McKenna Grace's character is clearly the host of the show, and she goes off on herself off camera, not being filmed by anyone.
Yeah, not being filmed by literally anyone.
She goes
Like,
and
she
explores
ends up-
when the thing you'd want is to get the host's reaction for the first time. That's what make the show good. Not, okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go by myself, already know everything here, and then come back and pretend to be surprised.
What I think they should have done is have it like a mimic epilogue situation where like one of them gets killed by something and they all run off in different directions. That would have been better.
Yeah. Well, wouldn't that be good? Because let's ask ourselves, why has Michael Afton led them here? Let's do some logical thinking experiment. Why has Michael Afton led them here, Cryo?
Presumably to give Charlie a host.
Correct.
That's what
okay.
it feels like. Yeah.
So, when he says "Welcome to the tour," why doesn't he just take them where they need to go?
I don't know.
Why doesn't he just say, hey, they trust him, he's an authority figure, he's a night guard. He could say, let me show you the most important place in here. This place runs the whole facility. And take them right down, destroy the music box, and lock the door. Why does McKenna Grace have to do it herself? You know what you want to do it.
Well, okay, I think the reason
But instead he's going to walk around and
because...
cryptically raise his eyebrows and go, the marionette. You did your homework.
Dude, I hate what he does with his eyebrows in this movie. Well, he does a good job. He makes Michael unsettling. You don't have to do all that. So what I'm guessing happened is he needed someone else to turn off the music box, because we do see
he thinks he'd get got.
McKenna Grace. Yeah, because he doesn't want to get got. Like, we see McKenna Grace turn the music box off.
Okay, but counterpoint. That implies that McKenna Grace would have turned off the music box anyway. So why not just have them go down there and then have her turn off the music box? Why does we have to? Why do you have to fake a tour?
See, I would say he wants them to do it himself so that he doesn't have to be around for it, because he runs away immediately, right?
Okay,
that's
but
what
counterpoint.
But
he goes and looks. He goes and sees.
That's the issue.
Yeah, he goes and looks anyways. I don't know why he goes and looks. Michael can't turn it off. McKenna Grace turns it off by pressing a button
switch,
on the side.
Which we'll get into.
Yeah, there's like a little switch on the side.
Cyanide, that was planted by Vanessa 20 years ago, and apparently the battery is still fucking going in the 80s.
Yeah, that's something else we need to talk
We'll get
about.
into that. We'll get into that, but... Okay. So, McKenna Grace has been puppetified. Michael's experiment has worked. He runs out of the building after the puppet has kind of mind-hacked its way into all the other pieces of the building and killed the rest of the crew. Yeah, many of which appear to be early 20s or late teen in age. So interesting. It looks like the puppet isn't averse to killing teenagers. If there were a scene later where the puppet possessing an animatronic has a holly jolly funny conversation with teenagers and doesn't try to kill them, why, that would be quite strange. Because clearly it's not averse to killing young adults. But anyways, we'll go to... I think now is the spin class, right?
Hold on, wait.
He's in the theater? He's in the theater?
To show me.
He's in the theater?
The next scene is, let's see, we see Mike, what's it called? Abby's talking to, the Faztalker. And then it's the spin class, yeah. So there's, an in-between scene of, Abby just, trying to talk into the Faztalker.
Okay, so Abby's trying to talk to the Faztalker, but is unable to contact anybody yet. Okay, got it.
Yeah, there's nothing else really to it. So whatever.
If Charlie explains she only wants to kill parents or something like that, does McKenna Grace look like she's had children? Does the guy who's got, the little, curly hair and looks about 21 look like he's had children? Does the puppet have a built-in scanner to see if you have given birth? How does it go about targeting parents? How does it know? Because two of the people it kills later in the movie, Vanessa says, who's here? Two old people, they say, we're the only ones in the house. So how'd you know they were parents? Do you have a semen detector? Can you see if a child has been conceived? Do you have x-ray vision? What is going on?
Yeah, parents equal grown-ups.
They should have said grown-ups. They should have said grown-ups.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have said parents. They should have said grown-ups. Yep. Okay. No, I'm just asking the real questions. How does she know who's a parent or not? Because the film explicitly says she's after parents.
I thought she was specifically going after people at her party when she died.
Nope, that's what I thought. That's not true. She's actually racist. She says, I'm going after you, all of you, referring to parents in general. Hey, the adults in your life screwed you over too. We need to get rid of them. She says to Abby later. She's just parent racist. She hates parents.
She is just
racist. But I thought she was starting with those people.
I thought she was, but one of the people that she goes after looks pretty young.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because one of the houses is an old couple. It's that makes
someone
sense.
Walked in on me saying she's racist.
She says to the old couple, "You left me to die."
Yeah, I could believe.
No, that's a generalization. They say, "What did we?" That's a generalization. I think it's, you left me to die, all of you. That's what she says. You left me to die, all of you. So I think in her mind, she's thinking about of parents in general. I don't think it's people that were at her party.
Especially because what's it called? The one that Toy Bonnie goes after. I don't think that character.
She was too young. She was too young to be. Yeah, she would be too young to be a parent. She was like 30. Yeah, good point. Good point, Cryo.
She would have been a parent, but she wasn't a parent back then. She would have been a kid back then.
No, she would have been like a teenager.
Yeah, teenager. Yeah, something like that.
No, yeah, like I think that they looked a little like Asian or Middle Eastern or something. That family you're talking about. Yeah, that woman was. Yeah, that woman was too young. That woman was too young to be a parent in 1982.
Yeah,
I mean, her little girl was like 5.
4. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah, the point is she's a parent now. That's what I'm saying. Charlie is parent racist. She wants to kill all parents.
Yeah, she's just killing all parents.
Yeah. Parentist. So anyway.
Yeah, what I was saying is that you were talking about the, like, saying it was like they should have just said all grown-ups and not parents.
Mm-hmm.
But I was saying that I think she specifically went after the old couple. She said, you left me to die. And then also went after just general parents.
Okay, but you see how you can't reconcile that. That implies that she wants to kill parents in general. So the goal is that, like, it's like, why would she? And then she kills, she's not required to kill the actual, like, 21-year-old film crew that are making their, like, haha funny college guys, we have a little TV show. They are not that old, those people working on that show, and they get murdered.
That one, I think those people just died because, like, she needed to
wrong
get out
place,
of the
wrong time.
I think that's all that one was.
Well, were they going to stop her? McKenna Grace, fine. Take McKenna Grace. Were the other two going to stop her? No.
No.
Well, you think they would have left Freddy's alone if they saw McKenna Grace get possessed like that?
Huh?
Like, I feel like they would have probably reported something going down at Freddy's.
Oh, yeah. Oh, really? You think people dying, you think the police would catch on to that?
No, but I'm saying if people survive something...
Imagine if they got stabbed, too.
Yeah, imagine there was, like, an event where there were, like, 50 witnesses.
Yeah, imagine if instead of... Yeah, Fazbear, imagine if instead of 2 teenage witnesses, it was 50 adult witnesses who all saw the victims actually get stabbed 3 times.
Well, keep in mind, it's 20 years later. They're smarter.
Oh, they're smarter. They've evolved. Evolution has taken its course. Okay, so McKenna Grace got whatever. Now we're at our spin class. Which was the worst decision, Michael Afton or Charlie being the vengeful spirit? I don't like either of them. Well, actually, it is explicitly stated. It's explicitly stated that Charlie doesn't blame William for her own death. She doesn't blame him. She blames parents. Hold on, that's a paradox. Because William Afton is a parent. So that don't make any sense.
Not only is he out of all people to blame for your death, maybe blame the guy who
killed you.
Like, this is a pretty justifiable guy to want to kill.
Well, that's a problem in the games too, to be fair.
Also, when I say parent racist, I'm not trivializing that. I'm using it as a point to describe how absurd it is. Like, it's completely, it just doesn't make any, doesn't make any sense. It's terrible. It's like, why are you going to destroy this entire group of people because of what one person did to you? So that's the point I'm making there. Just because I'm not trying to be, like, edgy or anything. That was just the point I was making. But I don't...
Yes, Charlie is a William sympathizer.
Yeah, William sympathizer. She's a Will Care believer.
Well, that's true. I mean, she doesn't stop William and save them more as the puppet in FNAF 3. So.
Mm-hmm. We got Charlie Will Care believer, someone said.
Yeah.
Okay. My goodness. Okay. Okay, can we finally get to the spin class?
Yeah.
Okay.
Class.
So Vanessa is doing some, like, exercise, right? She's on the spin bike. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay. She's like getting some calories burnt. Sweet, totally awesome. And then hallucinates William Afton in the Spring Bonnie suit, not in the actual form she saw him in as a child, right? You think if they have memories from her childhood, she would be seeing him as the man, William Afton?
Yeah.
Yeah, but instead he's in the suit, but whatever.
That's part of what was making me think it might be like actual ghostly influence.
Yeah. He says, faster, faster, implying like, hey, what you're doing is not good enough. Huh. William Afton characterization. Let's all take a moment of silence for characterization. Let's all take a moment of silence for actual writing.
Just thank you, Scott Cawthon.
I want to see ... dots in the chat for a little bit. Let's take a moment of silence for actual writing.
Yeah, everyone just put some dots in the chat. She should have done ASMR during the class. Yo, can I ban that guy?
Don't ban Deducer. Oh, fuck!
Well, those who know, we got William.
No, the joke is out. The joke's out of the bag. No. Okay. Well, it was a matter of time. Okay. Okay.
Oh, it's peak.
So she runs away after getting jump scared by William. And then someone grabs her on the shoulder to try to console her. She whips a gun on them. And then runs out. So you can see this is really this is really a terrible experience for her. Just all these nightmares. So what I think she really needs to do right now is to find some way to instantly cure all of her PTSD so that she never whips a gun on anybody for the rest of the movie or has a scene for the rest of the runtime about her stressing about her relationship with William. I think what we need is a way to instantly cure all the trauma we've accumulated over our childhood. Luckily, dream theories exist.
Just the way.
Yeah. Would you like to describe dream theory for us? I'll let you have this scene because I think you'll have fun with this. Cryo, what happens in the dream sequence?
Oh, hold on. And
who do we see?
None of the scripts are real? That is wrong. Okay. So do we want to get to who we see in the dream sequence?
No. Go by. We can go by it. We can go play by play.
All right.
So go back to the theater real quick.
So to start it off, as Vanessa's getting set up for this, she pulls a small box out of a closet, which we can think about that all we want. Takes out a bunch of toys, including Garrett's plane, because she has this. She sets them all up. She goes to sleep. She wakes up. She's in the Afton house, right? And she tries to confront William. William starts like chasing after her. She's immediately like, no, never mind. I'm scared. She's trying to break out. She can't get out. She's cooked. And then William Afton gets shot for some reason. William Afton gets shot.
Well, because she overcame her demons, don't you see? Don't you see? She overcame her demons.
She overcame her.
It was that easy. It was that easy. You guys, just get over it.
It was that easy. It was so easy to do. But while Vanessa is like exploring a little bit, before the dream ends, she's in Afton's workshop. I believe like she hallucinates herself as a child during this scene.
The blueprints for the toys are on the workbench, by the way. Blueprints for the toys, implying the toys aren't built yet.
For the toys.
1982 has not yet come. 1982 has not yet come.
Yes.
Well, what's it called? I think that the toy designs have been around for like a while, like even in the games. But like either way. More importantly than blueprints for the toys, because there's something else that we have here. We have an entire animatronic hidden in the back.
Behind some clothes.
Chat, how do we feel about Circus Baby being in this movie?
How do we feel about Circus Baby as early as 1979, Jet?
Look, I personally, I love it. Obviously, I don't think the dates mean anything for the games, but I love that because the big thing about Circus Baby was that she had green eyes.
Yeah.
So that to me is saying that Elizabeth.
She's
Afton
on too, by the way. She activates and looks at Vanessa.
Yes,
she activates.
And I think this is saying that Elizabeth Afton is not Vanessa. I think that was one of the whole purposes for putting that in there.
Alternatively,
unless it's like a. But that was you, didn't you see? Couldn't you see that was you the whole time?
Yeah,
because here's the thing.
Afton literally says
right
after that scene, Afton says, literally right after he grabs her out of the circus baby closet, Afton goes, "You have a purpose." Like, well, that was literally. But go on.
There is the potential that we have to talk about from certain angles. Dude, if you look up what color, what's her name? Elizabeth Lale, I think the actress' name is. If you try to look up what color her eyes are, you're going to get 100 different responses, right? Because it looks different from every shot. There is a real world where she is the reason that baby's eyes are green. Like, I'm not going to lie to you guys. There is a non-0% chance that there's some stupid Charlie bot shit going on here.
Oh, I know. I'm going to pop off in the third movie. If she's a robot, I'm popping off.
When Vanessa is revealed to be a robot, I'm gonna. Oh boy. Oh, it's going to be a fun day in that.
No, I'm gonna pop off.
I think.
No. Oh, we missed. I will care about you. We missed. I will care about you. Don't you see that I will care?
He yells it as loud as he can.
Yeah.
Dude, tell me Gibby popped off for that. Tell me Gibby.
Oh, we all
popped
laughed.
off
We
for
laughed.
that.
Me and Witherd and Gibby were all cackling. We're like, ah.
Anyways, I think there's a simpler explanation than Charlie bot stuff, and it's just that he has multiple kids, and he has Elizabeth and Vanessa, and Elizabeth was killed by this point in time already.
Bro, Afton will
Dude,
not
if
stop
there's
cracking
another
it.
kid that's just being hidden.
He's just always having kids, this guy.
Well, he does say each of his kids has a purpose. That's what I took from that. Is that
You do
like,
the dishes,
Elizabeth
you do the laundry. You
was, I
vacuum.
took it as like Elizabeth was for Circus Baby, Vanessa was for like covering up his crimes, Michael was for continuing his legacy. Like that's what I read from that scene. That each of his kids has a purpose, and like, you know, I think it's just that Elizabeth and Vanessa are separate children. Not like a Charlie bot situation.
Could be. Well, for that, we'll have to wait to see if they expand on it, because that's clearly meant to just be like, we'll come back to this later, guys. So I don't have a problem with Circus Baby being there.
Yeah, like Circus Baby, they're gonna build on that. It kind of depends how many movies they're gonna make, which, oh god.
But luckily, trauma is cured. And so
Yeah,
Vanessa
there's no more hallucinations.
hop skippity jumps over to Michael's house with a big smile on her face. If you look in the scene, she's like, "Mike, I did it. It's all gone." And she's a big smile on her face, goes in, but Vanessa hears, "Ah, ooh, ah, bee, bleep, ah, boop, ah, ooh,"
Yeah.
right? And she's like, "What the freak is that?"
Because
So Vanessa,
because while she was dream theorying, Abby
in the middle of the day, by the way, in the middle of the day.
No, it was dead
Nope.
at night when
Nope,
when
it was in the day. There's sun in through the blinds. It was the day.
Hold on.
Look at it. You think the dreads
first
would
time in
lie?
the theater, rewind the film a little bit.
Okay.
Rewind a little bit. Let me get a shot. Hold on. Let me get a shot.
Jarvis, rewind the movie. Yo.
Rewind
Attention,
the movie.
projector operators. Rewind.
I also
Okay. There is definitely some lighting, but Mike is like dead asleep the entire. No, it's nighttime. It's nighttime.
No, I'm talking about Vanessa going to bed. Vanessa doing dream theory.
Oh no.
the dream sequence.
Yeah, Vanessa does dream theory.
That starts happening during the day. But then,
Okay,
like,
that's what I meant.
night,
That's what I meant.
Before
That's what I
Vanessa goes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I meant.
Dead in the middle of the night. Abby fucks off and just goes to the old Freddy's location.
Yeah. Okay. What next? Okay, so anyway, after the dream theory, Vanessa comes over, finds Abby. Abby jumps out from behind the door, goes, "Boo! Don't you know the first rule of hide and seek? Always check behind the doors. Chekhov's gun. Ha ha ha." And it's like, okay, cool, whatever. Mike shows up. Mike has brought home a bit of food for Abby, and Vanessa pulls up and goes,
Yeah.
"We need to talk because Chica has helped Yes, Chica."
Yeah.
The casing appears. There is no casing for the Chica, right? Before Abby goes and gets Toy Chica's help with it. Toy Chica has a 3D printer and has made casing for the toy for Abby's science project. Not only this, one more thing, still one line of dialogue. Not only this, Abby says, and I quote, right? "Chica helped me make this robot. Freddy tried to too, but his fingers were too fat, implying that Toy Chica's fingers are precise enough on their own to operate and create small machinery. So surely if Toy Chica had to do something such as, say, work a keyboard by herself, she could do so.
Interesting. I wonder if the idea of animatronics working a keyboard will be relevant.
I wonder if that will
film.
come up later in this movie.
I wonder if there's especially another animatronic who notoriously has very slender fingers.
True. I wonder if there might be something such as a pencil on the desk that you could use to create a finer point that you could use to press keys with. I wonder if there's such a thing as a pencil on the office desk that you could grab and use to press the keys instead of kidnapping a child and going through the trouble of doing that. She doesn't have the code. We're not at the scene yet. That scene has even more problems.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There's a lot there. No, we're going to talk about that. You mentioned something earlier. I was like, yeah, wait a goddamn minute.
Yep. Alrighty. So.
We wanted a plot. We got fat shaming Toy Freddy.
I can't believe Cry and I directed this movie.
Finally, my chance.
Okay, so after
My
this,
chance to slander.
Vanessa gets suspicious because she says, Chica, help me. And she sees the drawings of the river ride, and she understands, oh no. They needed leverage. Oh, Damien. Oh, Damien, aren't you about to have a surprise?
Oh, buddy. Oh,
Okay.
buddy, old pal.
So-
Does he know?
Does he know? Okay, so now, next up, they go outside to talk because Vanessa's like, oh shit, okay? I am so serious with you. Do you agree that Michael loves his sister in this? Do you think Mike likes that, like, cares about Abby?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so anyway, Vanessa starts the conversation with, Mike, I think Abby's in trouble. I think she's been to a new Freddy's. And he and Mike goes, wait. How can I trust you when it's one thing after another? And Vanessa goes, Mike, no, like she's gone to a new Freddy's. And Mike goes, no. I'm trying to move on from all this, okay?
Trying to move on.
I'm like, hey,
just adding more and more.
she's
shit on my
actively
plate.
trying to tell you that your sister is in danger using the most literal words possible. How are you misunderstanding this? No. She says like, oh, she talks to them all the time through her Faztalker. Vanessa literally says in dialogue, no, she told me she's seen them in real life. Just now.
He's like, oh no, she's a kid. She doesn't know what she's talking about.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Michael isn't allowed to say, oh, she just has an overactive imagination. Because that's what he would have said last movie. He knows that's not the case anymore. He knows these things are real.
Yeah. He knows that ghost children are a thing.
Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah, one thing after another is the worst line of this movie. I agree. I don't
Then
know
Mike,
what he's waffling
then
about.
Mike
do
goes
think
like, why didn't you tell me about the other
purpose-
kids and about Charlotte?
I do think the purpose of it is specifically to set up the connection with not only Vanessa and Charlie, but also Abby and Charlie, where it's like, hey, there's something wrong, and he's like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's I just don't believe he'd make that decision. I think his concern for Abby's safety would trump any anger he has at Vanessa at that moment.
Yeah, I agree. I think Michael is super out of character in this
Yes,
entire
I
film.
think he's so out of character. I think, does everyone in chat agree that the way last movie ended, the whole arc is, I am literally giving up the chance to save my dead brother to appreciate my living sister? Would that Mike care more about, oh, fuck you, Vanessa, than, oh, my little sister's in danger? Let me hear this out. My little sister's in trouble? I love my little sister. Let's work this out. I can't let any harm come to her. No, Vanessa, you didn't tell me about a girl that you knew when you were 4 years old.
Your trauma.
You didn't tell me about your dad abusing you.
How dare you?
After I gave you my dream theory, this is how you treat me.
I gave you my dream theory.
I gave you my
this is how
dream
you
theory, and
respond.
this is how you repay me.
Bro.
All right, so anyway, then she leaves because Mike's like, you know what, Vanessa? I'm trying to fix you.
Yeah.
That's what my dream theory was all about.
Insane.
Hey, maybe recommend a clinically trained professional to do that instead. Did therapists exist in 1980? I know they weren't as socially acceptable, but I feel like, especially even like for like women in 1980, I feel like there was not a huge social stigma about getting therapy.
Mike fucking needed one in the first movie. He didn't got one, so maybe not.
Yeah.
Well, this was not.
What if
Oh, it's
therapists ever
2000. It's
been informed
2000s.
about
Never
mental
fucking
illness?
mind. Never mind. It's 2000.
Yeah. This is the 2000s.
Forget everything I said. Forget everything I said.
Yeah, we're in 2002.
Yeah. So yeah, she should be at therapy. Okay. All right. So anyways, Vanessa drives away after Michael's like, yeah, I called Henry. He told me about, all this stuff. I guess then Mike hung up. He didn't want to know more about Afton on the phone. Like he didn't want to.
Yeah, he didn't want to know anything else. It's like, wow, I'm gonna go tell the one person who I've been relying on.
He goes later to Henry's house, which we'll get to. But
we're gonna talk about that. Ugh.
Yeah. Okay, so after this, would you help me out? What happens next since you're in the theater?
Okay, yeah, I'm in the theater. Okay, so Vanessa fucks off. Mike drives Abby to the science fair. That's the next thing that happened.
Okay. So, Mike, who loves his sister very much, and his arc of the last film was letting go of his dead brother in order to be there for his sister, says, hey you, 11-year-old, can you fuck off and set up your science project by yourself? I'm gonna go across town now and meet up with this guy I've never met with. So I actually decided I don't really care about your satisfaction anymore. I'm actually worried about figuring out what's going on with like Garrett again. So I'm out of here. I gotta go learn about like Charlie for some reason. So anyway, I'm gonna go leave my 11-year-old sister unsupervised and have her look around at all the other kids with their parents with them.
She's in a school. Like this is supposed to be a safe space, probably.
Yes, but
like she's at a science fair,
she literally says she literally goes
it's Saturday.
She literally goes, "You're not coming with me."
Yeah, like she's
like,
very sad.
Like you're not coming. So I'll be there. I just gotta do something. I'll be there. I can do something real quick. Real quick, right? Wouldn't it be insane if Abby's able to get all the way across town to the FNAF 2 pizzeria and Mike still hasn't even arrived at Henry's house when he said he'd be back real quick? Wouldn't it be insane if there was a scene where Mike arrives at Henry's house after Abby arrives across the town at the pizzeria? How long is this drive? Because she's on a bike. She's on a bike. He's in a car. She can bike all the way across town before Mike can drive a car to get to Henry's house. So anyway, Mike leaves, and Abby goes in to set up her project, right? Mean teacher man is like, oh, fuck you, and destroys it.
Let me see. Here.
Butterfingers.
Look at the creation. It's no. It's silly old me. Oh, dang it. Oh, I guess you're gonna have to fuck up. Hey, don't worry. I'm gonna give you a good grade.
I'm gonna give you an A. Just please leave. I'm so willing, and I am so concerned with winning the thing is my motive, not my hatred for Fazbear. And the proof that winning is my motive is the fact that I am willing to give you a good grade to not enter the project to sabotage it because I think you suck. If it was just a Fazbear thing, I would just send your ass out of here.
In the intro scene with him, he talks about making real animatronics, like real robots, not those things, which to me implies that he does not like robots that are made for entertainment. He wants robots with purpose.
Oh, he doesn't like robots that are made for entertainment.
So
I sure hope there's not a scene of him gawking at some fucking marbles going down a roller coaster ramp. Because if there were a scene of him gawking in amazement at marbles going down in circles, that would certainly punch a hole in your theory.
That's true. Which then brings it back to
the clear answer is that he is the final follower of Edwin.
True.
And he hates Fazbear Entertainment.
And some fucking marbles.
Okay, hold on. All right.
The whole chat went, wait, that's true. Fazbear, I'm not insulting you. I'm insulting the writing. Everything you're saying... I just want to point this out, though. Everything Fazbear is saying are good points of defense. They're good points of defense.
Yeah.
The problem is that the movie needs to be as passionate about them as Fazbear is.
Yeah.
The movie needs to be...
care as much as you do.
Yes, the movie needs to think what you're thinking and think, how can I make sure the audience understands?
They could have fixed it so much by having him at Charlie's death in 1982, because that would give him a reason to not like
to not trust them.
Of those things.
But that would also hurt. That would also destroy the scene where Toy Chica kills him. Charlie kills him, because he'd feel bad about what they did to kids, and the parents wouldn't be evil. So they can't have that scene.
True.
It's almost like they need to completely go back to scratch and rewrite whatever the fuck they're doing. So anyway, after it gets destroyed by the mean Professor Man, Abby is very sad, and so was able to grab her bike and bike all the way to wherever in hell the original Freddy's location is. That is apparently less known to that town than the other one, because residents say, I went to Freddy's, this isn't it. You're thinking of the franchise location, right? Which is probably from where they live. So not many people have been out here, wherever here is, maybe. But Abby's able to bike all the way here before Michael, who said, I'll be back to look at your project soon, is able to get his car to Henry's house.
Yeah, how far away does Henry live?
I don't know. Is the fact that she can bike there from school faster than he can drive to Henry's from school? It's just weird to me.
Very.
Anyways, so, oh wait, we forgot. Vanessa breaks in while she's on her way here. I think yes. Vanessa breaks in to the pizzeria.
Hold on, I'm looking it up. Hold on, wait. Movie guy, let me see when this happens. Okay, Vanessa. The scene of Vanessa in the FNAF 2 location, like the toy location, is before Abby goes into the science fair. Like
okay.
Before the guy
okay, got it. So Vanessa breaks in. It doesn't break in. Goes in through the front door. So it would be weird if the front door was locked later consistently. If the front door was suddenly being locked from now on later in the movie, that'd be strange.
Yeah.
But she goes in through the open front door, and then pulls a gun on Toy Chica, and is like, "Oh, what the frick?" Now, what does the puppet want? Does the puppet want to say restrain Vanessa at this moment?
Not the end goal.
Okay, but does the puppet want to do that? Does the puppet end up doing that eventually to reach her goal?
Yes.
Okay, why are we stalling? She literally looks away from Toy. There's a perfect scene. She looks away from Toy Chica and lowers the gun, and Toy Chica still doesn't grab her. There's a perfect opportunity.
This is just for tension, to be fair. Like this is just for the audience.
So anyway. Oh, I'm hitting him with it now, Gibby. I'm hitting him with it now. So, here's where the movie falls apart. Vanessa goes down to the basement, sees the destroyed, box. Charlie's like, oh, so you're here to put me asleep? Because Charlie put them asleep with the music box when they were younger. That lasted 20 years. Either that or it's character assassination, where Vanessa has consistently been coming back here every time the batteries run out, which means that, because it's a battery-operated music box. It has a switch. It has an on-off switch. It's battery-operated.
Yeah.
So that means that either the batteries lasted 20 years, or Vanessa has been coming back here every time the batteries run out. So within the last year, even after meeting Mike and all this, she'd still be like, and I'm trapping you, Charlie, and I'm trapping you. Anyway.
Whoa.
So, what were you going to say?
To be fair, I don't count for any type of, technical issues like that, because Circus Baby exists before the toys.
That's true. That's fair.
Before
That's
1982.
Fair. And you could argue that if Vanessa has the music box, William made it and gave it an infinite power source. Should they show you that? Yes, they should. Do they? No. So anyway,
I don't think they need to, though. To be fair,
no. But no. I noticed it on my first viewing. I was like, wait, if she gave that music box there when they were kids, why is it Why is it still
it's
going?
definitely a good question. Like, it's something that people should think about, but I don't think it's one of those things where it's like, oh, this breaks the plot, we need an answer. Like, we could chalk that up to just like, oh, don't worry about it. It's like, okay, whatever, who cares?
Michael's the one changing the box. Again, I think that should be conveyed. And I don't think it's hard. None of these things take a lot of time. You don't need to spend any money to do this, to convey these things. Anyway, moving on to what's actually important about the scene, though. McKenna Grace puppet comes down and tackles Vanessa. This is where the movie should immediately transition into the final act. Because later in the movie, the puppet will possess Abby. And as Abby, the puppet will repeat lines that Abby has said to Vanessa, implying that the puppet is accessing this inside joke between them. So, the puppet should just possess Vanessa and access the code to unlock herself without getting Abby involved at all. Abby shouldn't be in the story. Abby shouldn't be in the story. Have Michael Afton call his sister and say, hey, can you come meet me? I'm really having trouble getting over my father's death and control. I think I need some help. Come meet me at the pizzeria. We already know from the last scene in the movie, Vanessa says, Michael, I know you can overcome this. Vanessa wants to help. Perfectly in character. Michael lures Vanessa there. Puppet gets Vanessa. Puppet goes inside Vanessa. Using the mind powers we know it has, the puppet is able to get the codes from inside Vanessa's mind. Also, Caitlin, the puppet doesn't have to kill Vanessa. The puppet leaves Abby fine. Abby has no broken ribs at the end of the movie. Abby can talk. Abby's fine. You can go inside, cause the body no harm. You can cause the body no harm. Go inside, get the codes, go out. Right? So go inside Vanessa, get the codes, go out of Vanessa, possess Toy Chica, pick up a pencil, and type in the code on the computer. There you go. The Schmitz don't need to be in the movie. You have to think harder. And don't say like, well, maybe Michael wasn't that smart. You have to think harder to say, okay, maybe I'll actually get the second family involved and send a Faztalker to the little sister, where the puppet can then from across the street manipulate her into the building. It's much easier to say, oh wait, my sister knows the codes. I'll just have the puppet get the codes from her.
Well, here's where I thought of a workaround that could be possible but is not explained in the movie if it's true. And that's that the puppet wanted to possess Abby specifically. Like, it's not that it, like the puppet wanted to be with Abby the same way the MCI wanted to be with Abby. Because, you know, Abby has her, like she just knows shit. Like, it's like field stuff. Like, she's drawing the MCI before, ever meeting them or anything like that. So it's possible that the puppet had, like, a kinship with Abby. Especially with Abby, like, you know...
Oh, yeah, Michael should know the code, too, Chat. Chat's correct. Like Michael should also know the code. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, so that's the workaround I can see to, like, make it still kind of make sense in the plot. But if that's true, it's not explained, and there would have been a very easy way to explain it. Yeah. Where just have Abby draw the puppet at some point.
Yes, that's what we said, yeah. Brilliant. That's good, yep. Have Abby be drawn to the puppet, not the puppet be drawn to Abby.
Yeah.
Problem solved. One scene of a crayon drawing. You did it. Boom.
So, they could have done that, but they did not.
Yep.
Why didn't they? God knows.
Michael wants Vanessa to be Afton's good little daughter, so he wouldn't want her to be possessed by another consciousness. See, I think this is just where the plot gets clunky then, if that's the case, because... No, okay. Caitlin, he tells the toys to break all their bones at the end. He doesn't care that much about saving Vanessa.
He does
He's willing to throw her... Oh, wait, you denied me once? You die. So what do you think's gonna happen the first time Vanessa denies Michael? Is Michael gonna go, oh, okay. No! He's saying, oh, you're not gonna join me? All right. Charlie, kill her! That's what he would do! Yeah, thank you. Unwilling said he tries to kill her immediately after. Yeah. After she denies him to his
But what's
face,
it called?
would she not do that in the proposed meeting? Would she not deny him to his face in the proposed meeting? Help me. I've called you here to help us help our father. I won't do it. All right, Charlie, sick him. Yeah.
No, well, because here's the thing, because Charlie wouldn't be out.
Uh-huh.
Like, by this proposed meeting, I don't think Charlie would be out, because it's not like Mike's gonna free Charlie on his Michael's not gonna free Charlie on his own. Michael would get killed, 100%. Because we see Charlie go after him.
Okay, yeah, that's a point.
I think what's it called? I think if Vanessa just said no, like, what's he gonna do? He'd have to fight Vanessa himself. He's gonna get murked. Look at that.
Yeah, I think she knows how to do. Okay, so I guess
She
a
has a
different
gun.
option there would be. I still feel like you could go through with the. But even this is just a writing thing, right? Because you could create a scene where Vanessa wants to talk to her best friend from childhood, Charlotte, and I think you could put that in the script without it feeling unrealistic, right? Let's say you create a version of the script where Charlotte and Vanessa are best friends, and Vanessa doesn't actually know she's in the puppet, and Michael tells her. I think you can create a scene where Vanessa's like, oh, I really want to speak to her. And I think that would result in a better film with more continuity than the one we got. So I think Michael manipulating Vanessa into speaking to her dearly lost friend would create a better film and would be simpler. I think it would be a simpler plot and a more effective one.
The whole confront your father bit, she needs to confront her guilt. Being able to save Charlie as well if you want her to see Charlie. I kind of agree.
Yeah, I'm glad she confronted her
Well,
guilt and
what's
got
called?
over it
You
in one
suggest
scene.
that, I think a lot of the movie has to change. The thing with that, the thing is, like, if you go with that, then, like, yeah, like you said, the Schmidts just have no place in the film.
Well, exactly. That's the problem. If something that small destroys the movie needs a rewrite. Can you destroy Spider-Man 1 with something that small? No, not really. It's there are films that are pretty tightly packed, right? If the fact that the puppet can pick up a screwdriver and type it. First of all, none of this even relates to the fact that Michael Afton doesn't know the code. Which we have a purpose. We are his. We are to help him. The whole point of the kids is to help Afton in this universe. I don't understand why one of them would know the code and the other wouldn't. Aside from maybe like you're my favorite. Yeah, aside from that, maybe.
I could believe Vanessa made the code and that Michael actually doesn't know it. But also, like, even if, like, hypothetically, like, let's say Michael freed. Well, if Michael freed the animatronics, all the toys could still get out, but, like, Charlie.
But I think there's a better way to write the story than Vanessa by chance running into a Faztalker on the floor. Or sorry, Abby by chance running into a Faztalker on the floor, which then lures her there. And then gains the trust of Abby to make a science project, which then by chance the teacher breaks, so Abby happens to run back to Chica crying at the same time that Vanessa's trapped in the building. I think there is a better way to construct that with the powers established. Yeah, I feel like you could write a scene where the puppet can lure Vanessa in itself. Or Michael can be like,
problem is that you're assuming puppet can access memory.
They should have had
it's not assuming it happens. It happens. I'm not assuming it happens in the story.
Yeah, like we hear Abby Annette say
Abby Annette says lines from Abby while Charlie's in control.
Yeah. They should have had Abby's project that was made by the animatronics be sabotaged so that when it started to do something it would break, so then
it was planned. Chica was planned,
set it up.
We also still haven't addressed Garrett. Boy, have we not.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
It's okay. I'm still trying to get through this. There has to be a way to more competently write Vanessa getting taken over by the puppet so they can just get her mind codes instantly. So even at this point, with McKenna Grace there, the movie should be over. The movie, they should get the codes and lock Vanessa in the locker and do what they gotta do. I would make multiple nations to get all my thoughts out. The finale was really good. If you're a puppet fan, its writing has gone down a lot. But it was clear.
Really
I think it's easy to understand. I just think I'm curious with a lot of the decisions they made.
Yeah. There isn't a part of this film that I don't understand. Like, wait, what's this to mean? I get it, and like the only things that I don't understand yet are like circus baby, but it's like, yeah, no shit, we're not gonna know that for a while. That's intentional.
Because the whole point of Abby being in the movie is that the puppet is using her as leverage to manipulate the codes out of Vanessa. But if they establish that the puppet has the ability to just mind steal you, then all that has to happen is for some way
they struggle to get to point A to B. But that being said, I like the concept of
just
Charlie
here,
taking on the role of the vengeful spirit in the
Cryo?
movie universe. And even though I was wrong,
just lure in the paranormal investigators. Tell Vanessa, Michael Afton, tell Vanessa, hey, I think there are new deaths related to our father. Have her come investigate, and then have the puppet get her once it already has Mechanic Grace as a vessel. The Schmitz still don't need to be in, and there's nothing wrong with that. The paranormal investigators have nothing to do with the Schmitz. Michael lures them in on their own. So have Michael lure in the paranormal investigators. Now we have the Mechanic Grace puppet. And then say, oh, there's new murders, referring to the murders you just orchestrated. Have Vanessa come investigate, because she'll want to. And then have the Mechanic Grace puppet get inside of Vanessa's head, if she doesn't agree, to help. There you go.
I think that works, yeah.
Yeah. Much simpler than, I'm going to leave a Faztalker across the street on the floor of the other Freddy's that has spooky ghost powers, and hope the right kid picks it up and brings it home so I can astral project into their house.
Well, the animatronics, Charlie did not know she could not leave the location until Vanessa went there and said that.
Say that again?
Right? So, like, Michael would have thought that they would have just been able to leave immediately. It wasn't until Vanessa went there and Charlie was like, you still have me trapped here somehow. And then Vanessa was like, yeah, it's perimeter. And then she was like, okay, well, turn it off then.
But she knows the code. But she knows there's a code. But it's the puppet. The puppet's the one that knows there's a code.
The movie did confirm a suspicion.
In fact, later in the movie, right, when Abby walks into the room, later in the movie where the monitor is, it is already on the enter code screen, implying that the animatronics use their fingers and mouse and get to that screen. It's already on the enter code screen. Abby doesn't have to navigate to it. So it's the puppet that knows there's a code. The puppet says, what's the code? The puppet knows there's a code.
Well, I think the puppet, well, what's it called? Either way, even if the puppet doesn't know that there's a code... That
also, Unwithered, do you guys want to join? Unwithered, do you want to join? If you have a mic, you can join. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, I think we need to move off this point because we'll be arguing about it all night.
Yeah, we will be on this, like, all night.
Okay, so what happens next? Can you help me out after the,
Yeah, okay, hold on. Yo, movie guy, sorry. Hit play for me. One time for the one time. Alright, so, what's it called? Vanessa, yeah. Okay, so, at what point are we on? We're on, like, Vanessa's, like, in the building.
Oh, Kaylin just made a great point. Sorry, last thing. Michael knows they can't leave the building because he stops running from Charlotte as soon as he steps out the door. So he knows there's something keeping them in place. So he knows there's probably a code that's keeping them there.
Yeah, he knows there's something.
Okay.
Yeah, but did Charlie know that?
After Vanessa in the
pizza.
pizza. So after Vanessa in the pizzeria,
okay,
that's
we'll
when we
get
the scene of the guy dropping the Chica toy.
Yes.
And then that's when we get, you know, Abby goes to the pizzeria and gets the code. That whole, we already talked about that.
Yeah.
We get the Corey Kenshin scene. Because, of course, Toy Chica puts her beak back on. That's the thing she could do. And then we get Mike at Henry's. Next scene is Mike at Henry's.
You're forgetting their talk. They say when all four of them, when Toy Freddy, Toy Bonnie, and Toy Chica are in the same room, they go, we need to get to the science fair. But then only Toy Chica ends up going, and the others walk on foot to random houses around the suburbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think they probably would have all gone to the science fair. I think, like, if they had a way to all go.
Yeah,
like,
the taxi could fit them. Also, I missed a couple donations. Let me read these. About the Golden Freddy kid being...
I will go on.
About the Golden Freddy kid being Freddy Carter. I wish it was. Oh, okay. The movie did confirm a suspicion that I have had for a while, the suspicion being that Game Cassidy's gender has been retconned twice. I would have liked more information about the Golden Freddy kid than we get. We'll get into that. I think that's pretty anticlimactic. And you also said they struggled to get from point A to B. That being said, I like the concept of Charlie taking on the role of the vengeful spirit. I think if you played the beginning of the movie differently and gave her slightly different motivations that can work, I think depicting her as Jesus Christ and then making her want to kill everybody is a little... It's like taking a really cold shower and then immediately jumping into a hot tub. It's like, that's a little, like, shocking. If you guys weren't there for the Jesus Christ thing, it is so incredibly obvious. It's so obvious.
The Jesus image is so funny. I did not notice.
It's so obvious. No, so two of us that saw it are agnostic. We're not even Christian. And we were like, that is so clearly they're supposed to be Mary holding Jesus.
I hadn't even thought about it. What's it
this image at the beginning. This image with Charlie.
Just pull up the picture.
Yeah. The marionette and Charlie at the beginning, where it says that the puppet is Charlie's spirit mother, and then Charlie dies saving someone, gives her life to save someone, and the puppet holds her like this with the hand falling down.
Cassidy was introduced as a girl with black hair and pigtails. We all know this, but for UCN, the new kid in the first FNAF movie, they were retconned into a boy because they...
I'm gonna have Unwithered join, and I don't know if we should have 5.
Yeah. My other thing is, like, because Caitlin's not gonna talk much. She's sick, too.
But I do like Caitlin. I'm not anti-Caitlin.
It's up to you.
I'm anti all of us arguing for the whole
in the chat. It's possible she did have.
In fact, Caitlin, I'll give you hundreds of dollars to edit my video. I continue.
Abby did have the Faztalker at the point in time where she says the hide and seek line.
Okay.
So it's possible that the puppet said that because it overheard the Faztalker, and not because it grabbed from the memory.
I thought of the same thing. I did think of the same thing. I guess the question would be, does she have complete control of the people? Right? Is it so here we need more context, right? Is it is it the puppet in control, or is it kind of influencing the people it overtakes to make them be evil, kind of thing?
Well, I imagine it's quite literally just like a puppet, like a puppeteering their bodies.
Okay, because the thing is, if it is a scene, right, where it's just like everyone's acting evil because they're infected with the puppet or something, it can like just make them mad. Then if it just possessed Vanessa and then Vanessa was like evil and angry, Vanessa would want to use the code anyway because she was in the evil mode. It depends on what it is. I think the Faztalker point is interesting, right? I think that's a good way to save it. But at the same time, and I do get to say this throughout the entire film, it is the job of the film to convey to you this is how the puppet got that information. So there should have been a close-up on the Faztalker when that line is said. And that's cost no budget and it's not hard to do and would have objectively made the film better. So.
It's a possibility, but it's not something that's explicitly pointed out to the
audience. And it should be. And it should be because it's a big issue.
I also think that they kept saying this movie was made for FNAF fans, right? I think a lot of the things that they did in this movie were specifically to create this type of discourse. I think that they wanted people theorizing about it because they know that's what FNAF is. So I think they did stuff like this on purpose.
There was a close-up on the Faztalker, though. I don't think when they said... I think it could have been a lot more clear. There is a very, very easy way
the black-haired girl named Cassidy and the blonde-haired, blue-eyed boy named Michael Brooks.
So for instance, right? We know the Faztalker can talk, right? Yeah. When Abby says, you know the first rule of hide and seek, don't hide behind doors. Just have the Faztalker go, she got you there, or something. There you go. Then you know it's listening. There. That easy. It's not hard. It's not hard. You can make the movie better by doing this. Okay.
All right, what was next? He's not trying to join her now. You cool with me inviting Caitlin then?
Yeah, it's fine. Although I probably have to. Can you add her to the group, or do I have to?
Yeah, I can. One sec.
1999. Is it me, or does it feel like they switched the roles of specific characters? Charlie almost seems more like the vengeful spirit way. Absolutely, I totally agree.
Yep.
We'll get into that later.
Is it me, or does it feel like
the Golden Freddy kid being the ringleader is like kind of established already? But
Charlie almost seems more like the vengeful spirit
seems much
in
more
a way.
protective.
Because Golden Freddy kid protecting the squad from Springtrap is wild.
All right. Do you want to keep going, or do you want to like go through donos? Because there's a few here.
I think I got all of them except the last one. Most like a fusion character between the black-haired girl named Cassidy and the blonde-haired, blue-eyed named Michael Brooks. I would have liked to see something kind of complex in this, but I feel like they went very simple with it. Charlie possessing Ness means Vanny ain't happening. I think it's just like the movie's version of Vanny.
Boy with blue eyes when he was stuffed into golden Freddy had his hair color changed.
Yeah, I remember this. This is a motif in
now going by
the books as well, where he gets stuffed in and his hair changes. Yeah, not joining.
This guy's giving you so much money.
Australian dollars, let's go.
Dude, that's still like $6 a pop, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's pretty nifty. I appreciate it. Oh my goodness. That wasn't until security breach when the princess was named Cassidy. Retconning them by accident, their gender back into a girl, and we see the consequence of this in the movie. I wonder.
That was until security breach when the princess was named Cassidy, returning them by accident their gender.
Is your voice feeling any better, or are you still cooked?
Of this in the movie where
I feel a lot better, actually.
Oh, you sound a little better.
I think I sound better.
Okay, you want to move on now, Cryo, to the... What's the next scene?
Yeah, what's it called? We're at Mike talking to Henry.
Oh, I'll let you guys have this one, because I'm hoping even Caitlin thinks this scene was a dud.
Okay, so, chat, would you agree that the addition of Henry Emily, played by the actor that he's played by, was very hyped up by everyone of the community? Even people outside of the community. Would you agree that this character being in the movie was a focal point of quite a bit of production of a lot of teasing?
Demonic.
Right?
Sorry, continue.
I would actually not say that.
I think
I saw a lot of people talking
how
about
much we saw him in the movie.
It was absolutely a PR move.
Like,
haha, guys,
I saw a
look,
lot of people talking about the Scream duo being back.
It's Skeeter, guys. Isn't that funny? Yeah.
That was the people who were excited about the movie coming to that conclusion. The movie wasn't pushing that mindset forward itself.
I think it was a stunt. I feel like it was a stunt casting. I feel like the casting itself is like, guys.
Yeah, especially because what's it called? Especially considering it's Henry Emily. This is like one of the biggest characters to include.
Dude, if he died in the end credits scene, that would suck.
And
I don't think
this is the only time we actually see him. This scene is the only time we visibly see him in this movie. It's this, and then you hear his voice in the final post-credit scene. He's either unavailable or too expensive to be in the series, maybe. But like, he's only here for this. This is the only time we see him, and then he has another voice line later. And that upsets me.
Oh, you should have heard me popping off about like, oh, you couldn't show up for your daughter while she was alive. You still can't show up while she's dead. You're gonna send somebody else to give her your present.
Oh my god,
like,
I'm sorry, I have to do this. I have to do this. He's a grieving father crying over his baby girl, and not once in the last 20 years has he brought the fucking birthday present to her grave. He's sending this random guy he met yesterday to do it.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even do it. Michael keeps it in his car and then brings it to his own house.
I do think it is somewhat in character for Henry to be a total bitch and not.
Oh god, I hate
Henry. Henry said, "Bring the music box and leave it in the building for my daughter." And Michael didn't even take it in the building with him. He walks in there empty-handed and grabs a flashlight. He doesn't have it. He has empty hands, grabs a flashlight, goes to the window. It's not in his hands. It's in his car. He doesn't even bother bringing it in to put it there.
Yeah, he does not bring that shit with him.
He doesn't bring it in.
Also, can we talk about
go frame by frame on his hands.
A horrible person throughout this movie in like a lot of it.
No, Mike is terrible.
Henry or Michael Schmidt? Mike Schmidt?
Yeah, Schmidt.
He's annoying.
He's such a piece of shit in this movie.
Okay, so what happens after the Henry's like, hey, I heard William Afton was pretty bad. Anyways, you can go see your sister now. So what happens then? That was basically the crux of the scene, by the way. He killed my daughter. I'm sorry that your brother died. Anyway, see you later. That's the scene, pretty much.
So that happens. Mike calls the science fair, and no one, like, Abby's not there. He finds out Abby's missing, and he like fucks off. It's like, okay, it's time to go. I believe the next scene is him at Freddy's. Hang on, movie guy, speed it up.
Movie guy. What's up, Kate?
I do think it's interesting that Henry was painted as kind of the conspiracy theorist type of person. Like, that's how he's being treated by the town and the people.
Yeah, he looks like one. He
does.
looks
Oh my
like he
gosh.
doesn't know what sleep is.
And the flyer he puts up, it's so like, I know the truth.
Sorry.
The aliens.
Toys
they're
for
coming.
Talbot. Toys for Talbot says, Henry, please take this music box to Emily. Was just too caught up in making Freddy's murder posters to bring the gift to his daughter.
Bro, he went to one of the pizzerias.
He went to the pizzeria.
there.
He went to them.
If he's posting it on pizzerias, then why didn't he go to the other one?
I love how it is a day when Mike talks to Henry, then goes to night when Mike arrives at Freddy's. Oh yeah, it's at day. I'll be back for your project. It takes him the entire day to drive there.
Yeah, it does. It does.
I didn't even notice. On Wither, we didn't catch that. On Wither, we didn't catch that. Mike says, I'll be back for your science project during the day, but by the time he's able to get to the FNAF, by the time he's done with Henry, it's nighttime.
He lied.
He's a liar.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
so,
always
this
been a
is the next
liar. He's
scene.
never
Mike
shown up for
at-
Abby.
Mike at
Well, he
Faztalker
should. That
is
should be his
the
arc.
next
That's why I'm sad. I feel like it would have been awesome
yeah, it
if
should be his
actually,
arc. He should have been doing better.
That's what FNAF 3 is for.
Yeah, I think that's.
Oh my
I think that's for FNAF 3.
So what was the point of this movie, bro?
No.
This entire movie set up for the next movie. I'm not
No.
joking.
What was the point of this movie?
Set up for
No.
the next movie. I'm not joking.
That's what
I'm
it
not
felt like.
joking.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the Michael Afton crash out where he asks Vanessa what makes her so special.
That would be so funny.
Okay, so yeah. Next scene is Mike Schmidt shows up at Freddy's. Breaks in because the door is locked now. Don't know why.
Yeah.
Sees the withered animatronics. Okay, should we talk about the wizards now or later?
If he sees the withers right now. Oh, also, I'd like to mention that this is just really cute to me. Michael breaks in the window, right? He falls down into the deep, dark, barely lit basement and immediately lunges and grabs the exact location of a flashlight.
Yeah, how do you know that?
He was, I mean, I could get like a shuffling around, but bro knew it was there. Watch the scene. He falls down, goes down car boxes, and immediately just, flashlight, got it.
Yeah, hold
Yeah,
on.
I noticed that
there
too.
was like a
Moving
glowing
on.
letter
Moving
E
on,
over
shout
it in
it
a
out real
video
quick.
game that said add to
Like, wow,
inventory.
convenient flashlight.
Yeah.
Amazing that the batteries still work after all these years too.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, imagine
I
if something
got
had a battery. Imagine if something had a really long battery life in this movie.
Yeah,
okay.
right.
I don't think
Those
that's
who
an issue
music.
because we have the fucking fun times. So like any technological
Afton made the
thing, I don't have an
flashlights
issue with.
super high tech.
Like,
There were just certain design choices that were made for these flashlights that we don't fully understand. We were
You know,
hoping that
it's
you
a good
could
thing that
shed
he
some
found-
light on those.
It's a
Get
good
it?
thing he found a Cassie Ruin style flashlight instead of a Gregory security breach style one.
Yeah.
Sure, that illuminates nothing.
Okay, so yeah, he does just know where the flashlight is. I'm looking at it.
That's so funny.
Thank you, director, for pausing for so long. We get it play. Appreciate you. Okay, so he sees all the wizards. He's creeped out by them,
Mhm.
and he fucks off. He's looking for Abby. We see McKenny Grace or whatever her name is, and then
Oh,
we
he
cut
doesn't even
to
notice.
the
Blind, by the way.
No, he
Blind, by the
doesn't
way. Has a
notice
flashlight
McKenny
on, by the
Grace.
way. Has a flashlight on, by the way.
He doesn't notice her. He doesn't notice her.
He doesn't.
And
He
then we
walks
cut
right
right
past
back to
McKenna
the
Grace without even
science
seeing her.
Well, if we did notice her, would he care?
I always will care about you.
No.
Okay. Luckily, upstairs, he hears random thumping coming from inside of a locker. What is that?
Yeah. I wonder who that is. Well, we don't find out yet because we cut right back to the science fair.
Oh, somebody shoot me. Somebody.
Yep. With Abby having Toy Chica.
Okay. So, first of all, one, Fast Fest is going on.
Mhm.
How did they even, like, how are you not getting the paparazzi, basically, right now? On your way
Yeah.
there. Not a big issue, though. Second issue, this guy loves robotics and is somehow unable to tell that it's a robot and thinks it's somebody in a costume.
Well,
Dude, for real.
those who know that the Endo O2s were spring locks, which were made to be worn by a person.
That's true, but maybe the giant wires. Well, yeah, I mean, that's a good point, but if a bunch of other judges somehow rated that this 11-year-old was able to build this and she won the entire tournament, if a bunch of adult judges somehow said, you know what, yeah, I think an 11-year-old girl built this thing, and it won the entire prize, then that would be pretty crazy. Would you agree?
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially when it's stated to be some of the most advanced technology, like ever, by the son of the person who made it.
True.
That'd be a little wild if an 11-year-old can make that and adults bought it
Yeah,
and they're like,
it'd be
"Yep,
kinda weird for
I don't think you
11-year-olds to
cheated.
have
That
that
sounds
shit."
about right. That sounds about right that you made this. Here, first
Damn,
place. Here you go.
Great job.
Yep.
First place.
I will
Congratulations.
say,
To hell with all
of
those
the
other
people
kids.
in charge, Berg was the one who did make the most sense of, like, I do not buy that an 11-year-old made a giant
true,
robot.
true. Justice for Berg.
Justice for Berg. Shut up.
No, he's still a dick.
Okay, so anyway, then he insults the Toy Chica, and Toy Chica's like, all right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go make the same joke 4 times. So I'm going to go see what's going on inside his head. And then she repeats that like 98 other times throughout the movie, and every time it's less funny.
Yeah, I guess
and so
every time.
she goes, and there's a funny... And literally the only reason, I want you to know, the only reason he says, now I got to go get my keys, is because Scott was like, wait, but how do I kill him? Maybe he forgot his
keys.
Maybe he forgot his keys in his office.
Yeah, that is a question. Why is he leaving?
That's literally the only reason he does that. Oh yeah. Why is he leaving? He's obsessed. He said, if you're not here, I'll fail you. And then he started to leave.
And he leaves.
I didn't catch that, Caitlin. Thank you. I didn't catch that. That's so good. He was saying he would fail all the kids for not being there. And he left. He's leaving. Unwithered, are you still here? That's crazy. This movie is so shit.
And then, yeah, he gets packed up by Toy Chica.
Yeah.
Deserved. Get on the fuck out.
He's obsessed with the class winning and doesn't want to be there for it.
I mean,
we all need to be here. And remember, he says, if you're not here, you'll make the school look bad. His exact words. What if the teacher's not there? What if the actual adult that's running it isn't there? That would look bad for the school.
It's way worse.
So,
oh my god.
I will say pretty much any horror movie has these kinds of mistakes in it. And
Yeah.
horror movies are just like this.
Horror movie. It's time for us to accept the fact that horror movies suck.
Well, I think
A lot of
I
times
would
you just
say
need people to do things for like field reasons.
yeah,
like
I think it was
fun.
conceivable
the
to
field.
eliminate at least half of the problems I've had. At least half of them I think you could improve upon.
Honestly, I think, like the one you mentioned earlier with the Faztalker, I think the way it was set up would have been fine
Did
if
anyone
Abby
else
grabbing
notice
Vanessa
the
hadn't had
excessive
that
swearing
loud
in this movie?
like sound with
Compared
it
to the
that
first
just
one
erases
especially,
the Faztalker
it felt
from your
very
mind.
immature.
By the way, chat, for anyone who isn't aware of how bad the pacing is. So this guy.
Oh, the movie's over, by the way.
This guy gets.
Movie's about to be over.
Chat. How far into the film do you think this is when this guy gets murked?
Yeah, we have just discovered. The problem with the toys has just started. We have just reached rising action. How long's left of the movie? We have just reached rising action. How long's left?
This guy says middle 3 hours. Okay, you're saying words. 3/5 of the way through.
What do you think? Tell us, Cryo.
50 minutes, like 20 minutes left, 35 minutes left, like 30-something minutes left. Okay. So thankfully, shout out to the director that's here with me. Gives me an exact time.
Yeah. Thanks, Emma Tammy.
Where we are. What's it called?
It's me, I'm the director.
We are an hour and 7 minutes into the film.
How long's left?
We have 30 minutes left,
including credits. We are at the beginning of the rising action.
No, this does not include.
Oh, not including credits. Okay. Well, still, we are at the
this movie
start
theater
of
doesn't have
the
the credits of the
rising
post-credits.
action. The start of the rising action, and there's 30 minutes left. So you have 30 minutes to keep building, get to the climax, have a falling action, and have a resolution. I'm sure that there's no way that the film would just like immediately hit the climax and then, like me in bed, like just immediatally come and then just die. No, there's no way it would immediately climax and just fall off. Yeah, there's no way.
Oh my gosh.
That's actually crazy.
Sorry, the word climax fired some neurons in my head.
Apparently.
All right. Next scene. After this guy gets murked,
He said there was no aftercare. Someone in chat said there was no aftercare.
No will care.
No will care. Oh yes, will care.
It sure does have will
next
care.
thing that happens is Mike back in Freddy's and he gets Vanessa, I believe. Yeah, he frees Vanessa. And then we have this leads into Mike playing FNAF 2.
Wait a minute. Do we think Vanessa was banging on that locker the whole time, or do you think she conveniently
for the last like 5 hours from daytime to night? She was just constantly dong 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 for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours.
Yeah, I think that's what's happening.
The answer is I don't know, but we forgot to mention that the Unwithereds are not the classics, but prototypes whose parts were taken.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up later. That gets brought up now, I believe.
Yeah, it does.
Like now in the film.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what
the Unwithereds are prototypes.
Yes.
Now, chat, I'm gonna be honest. If there's anything in this film that I think might have an effect on the games, it is this. This is the only thing that really makes me raise an eyebrow. It's like, I wonder.
What about Andrew?
It basically, from what I understand in the movie universe, it's that they had the toys, and then when they were starting to think about franchising, they created the Unwithereds as prototypes for the new locations, and then the place shut down. Right? That was kind of my understanding based on what was said.
For me, it makes me wonder about Proto Freddy's, especially with the design of the prototypes that are down there, and Bonnie specifically with that faceplate that is unfinished in a different color. It's very evocative of withered Bonnie.
Yeah, just the word prototypes immediately made me think of Secret of the Mimic and Underneath MTM, and like just the design of Proto Bonnie is like, I'm looking at you now. Gibby is not a fan of this.
No, Gibby liked this movie the most out of all of us. He gave it like a 5. Unwithered and I gave it a 3 out of 10.
Yeah.
I think considering it's a horror movie, I'd actually give it like a 6.5.
I give it like
because horror movies be like this.
It seems we've unwithered the truth by having them be prototypes. Holy peak, Toys for Talbert. Holy peak. Thank you for the donos.
Ooh,
yeah. Peak. Scott didn't want to confirm Unwithered or retrofit. He just wanted to add the Unwithereds, but not address the different design. I don't think he's going to confirm anything in the games using the movie.
No. He's not going to confirm anything, but like, I don't know. This is where my mind went.
Yeah. Okay, so after this, Mike plays FNAF 2. This scene is horrible, absolutely abysmal, terrible.
I mean, everything he says during it is so real. Who designed this place? Why are there no doors? This is stupid.
Okay, let me find this. Actually, I'm not going to find the scene. I'm just going to say the one thing I noticed. As part of the tension, they have withered Freddy appear in front of Mike. Right in front of him. Mike is looking at the monitor, doesn't see him out of his peripheral vision, and is surprised to see Withered Freddy looming over him. However, then when Withered Freddy walks away, he has giant fucking footsteps. Is he deaf? Is Mike deaf? Did he just forget? Did he just forget?
Yes.
Well, that's a problem for every animatronic and every time ever. Like,
yeah, so how does he get surprised? How does he get? Yeah, I'm saying, how does he get caught off guard if he's stomping towards him?
So obviously they just have the ability to be silent.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So he decided to deactivate it when walking away.
They could turn on silent footsteps.
Yeah, they have a silencer for their toes. They have
I'm not even saying that like that's just something that has to be the case, or else they are teleporting. Because Toy Freddy does the exact same thing in the old person's house, where he just shows up inside and nobody knows them. They walk right past him.
So they can all teleport now.
Same thing with Chica suddenly being in the closet and stuff like that. Like the animatronics just have this ability.
Yes, but then I don't think they should put emphasis on them having heavy footsteps. I don't think, like, it just makes it confusing. Stop putting so much emphasis on their feet being heavy if they can just quick step like the Flash. If they can, he literally quick steps. He basically, like, you see where Goku takes Cell to like King Kai's planet? He basically Toy Freddy instant transmissions across the kitchen.
Yeah.
How does he do that? He's in the words of Cryonide, he's fat as shit. How is he getting there that fast?
No, even William Afton does this. He's sitting there washing his hands in the beginning, and then Charlie looks down, looks back up, and he's gone.
He's gone. Yeah, he teleports off screen. How are they doing this?
It's just something they do for like it's. I think it's just calling back to like they do that in the games. Like they just do that.
Yeah, but this is one of the reasons the critic scores low, because I'm sure when critics are watching this that don't know FNAF, they're like, how did he teleport off screen? Where'd he go?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they have not established they can do that. Maybe if Afton put jet boots inside of Spring Bonnie, that would make sense. Like the dude from My Hero Academia. He is like fucking like...
The problem is, for the people who have played FNAF 2, watching the timing of him putting the mask on, he should be dead like 300 times over.
A million times over, yeah.
Although, shout out to the part where he fucking decapitates Balloon Boy. Holy peak.
That was
snapped his neck. Okay, so chat, funny story. There was a leak that Balloon Boy was possessed by Garrett, right? It turned out to probably not be true, because in this movie, it said in this movie it confirms that. It didn't happen. That was a leak. Yeah. So when I, in theaters, saw Mike snap Balloon Boy's neck, I went, no! Garrett! No! Garrett! Oh my god. Okay, so after FNAF 2 happens... Oh wait, no, we forgot the bad part. We forgot the worst part. Vanessa knows the code to the building, right? She knows the code for the animatronics. She has knowledge about how this system works. Would you say yes, Cryo?
Oh my gosh.
Mike sends Vanessa to drive the car instead of having Vanessa operate the computer she knows how to operate to get it done quicker. Yeah, why isn't Michael driving? Have Michael drive.
I have no earthly idea.
Yeah.
Like,
Mike sends Vanessa. Mike says, Vanessa, I got this. I got FNAF 2. I know all about the pizzeria. Vanessa knows everything about how the system works. She knows the top secret code that not even the other owner's son knows. Let her operate the computer and defend the animatronics while you drive and go get Abby.
I absolutely refuse to believe that Mike has used the computer more than like 4 times in his life.
Yeah, hell no.
Like,
well, the real answer is they wanted Mike to do FNAF 2.
FNAF 2, yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Like, that's why they did it, but like, why?
And in fact, Vanessa should say, I know this system much better than you. You go do it. That's what should have been said.
Yeah, she should argue.
I know this system in and out. But instead, Vanessa's just, oh, okay, Mike. I guess I'll go do this now. Stick up for yourself. Stop getting bullied.
Stand up.
Stand proud. You are strong.
We did skip the Vanessa flashback with the music box.
Maybe it's because Vanessa is a cop. I mean, she's retired and she's taking time off in the movie.
We've talked about
she never shows a badge though, does she? But I don't think they're entirely worried. I don't think their priority is staying within the confines of the law right now. I think it's more important that Vanessa shuts these things off, which she would be able to do faster than Mike would.
Yeah.
The only reason this scene happens is because Vanessa can't be there, because Scott knows Vanessa knows too much, so Michael has to struggle so the FNAF 2 scene can happen. If the job gets done too quickly, there's no FNAF 2 gameplay. Vanessa would have done it in 10 seconds.
Why does Vanessa just... I was about to say, why does Vanessa just do anything that he tells her, but it's probably...
She could have stopped the whole... She could have stopped the whole plot right there. Just go over to the computer, people have up, they're done. They're cooked. There you go.
Yeah, she had her whole confronting her father dream. She should have
her PTSD's gone. Yeah, she has no trauma anymore. It solved it all.
PTSD anymore.
Not a single traumatic scene after that. Dream Theory, it's all over. She's good. The next hour of the movie, she's fine.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm so proud of her for being okay all of a sudden. Knew she could do it.
I mean, she's absolutely not. But...
Oh no, I'm sure she will. I'm sure she will revert to being bad in the next movie, like having trouble in the next movie. The problem is, in this movie, she is put under intense emotional distress multiple times, and yet never has an episode. It's only during fucking spin class that she has an episode. When she's actively suffering and scared, she's fine. There's no William flashbacks.
That's actually decently common, oddly enough.
Really?
In trauma victims.
Really?
It's weird and it doesn't make sense, but...
Huh.
No logic behind it.
I know. For my personal experience, it was usually when I was like, if I was worrying about something, it would kind of spiral. That was for my, but I guess it's different.
That's also just an
it's different for everybody.
Depends on the person.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, spin class, it is like somebody telling her to do something over and over again, right? Like
yeah. But I guess I still think that like if it's in Freddy's, if it's happening in Freddy's, it should be. Actually, does she have a single traumatic vision? A vision? Does she have a single traumatic vision in the first movie?
Not that I can think of.
No, she looks at the poster on the wall, but she doesn't hallucinate. Does she have a single hallucination?
Well, no,
is this an established thing? Is this established?
Need the visions because he was alive. He was just actively doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's only him dying that made her scared, not the abuse of the childhood.
Part of what makes me think
so why does she flash back to her? Why does she have flashbacks to the childhood and not to him dying?
Oh, if his spirit's trying to reach out to Vanessa, to his favorite.
Maybe.
That's what I think it's ghost stuff.
Because he will care.
But I also have to wonder the spin class scene, the things that her little father apparition were saying. Do you think that's what the instructor was saying, just in a different tone, like faster? Okay, now turn right. Now faster.
I agree, B-dubs.
Probably faster came as.
Interesting that prototypes had facial recognition. That's true. They were also going to be. Oh yeah, they literally put security breach on the screen. That was funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
Different continuity.
They knew.
Yeah.
They also gave Toy Freddy Glamour Freddy's voice.
Yeah, that was weird.
God, yeah. The dude, that caught me so off guard. I was like, why are you like that?
I don't get how the targeting is working either. Because listen, right?
Prototypes had facial recognition.
In the beginning of the movie, they're fine with killing teenagers or like young 20-somethings. And then when Toy Freddy's at FazFest, he walks right through it and goes to target people in the suburbs instead.
Yeah,
am I remembering correctly? He walks right through FazFest and goes to kill people in the suburbs.
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
I think
he's literally like, I can't go with you.
He said he has to go take care of some very bad people, which again leads into they were there when she died.
I don't think they were there. I don't think they were there when she died. I don't think so.
Why not?
He says he has to rip the heads off of some very bad people.
Yes,
and he
but
goes to a specific house that does not have a child in it.
Yeah, it's not. There's no parents there. But then you gotta remember, the Toy Bonnie attacks a woman who's like 30. Toy Bonnie attacks a woman who's 30, who certainly wouldn't have had a child.
Like an active parent with a child. But I think Toy Freddy goes for someone who was in the pizzeria at the time.
I don't. Are they in the scene? Like, is there evidence for that? Like, is there? I think she just hates parents. I think the line. You didn't help me. None of you did. To which the parents respond, "What did we do?" Implies they weren't there. Because guess what? They would probably fucking recognize Toy Freddy.
Yeah, you'd think so.
Because they were there that day. So if they weren't there that day, I'd stoop. No, I don't think it works. I don't think it's solid enough.
They did nothing.
Yeah, well, I know that would be the writing if it was written that way. I'm just not convinced that that's the intention. And how do you get their house? How does he know where they live?
Yeah, that's the question, right?
How does he know where these people 20 years ago live? That they met once didn't even meet at a birthday party. Just randomly found at a birthday party one day. He just knows where they live.
Obviously, they're in the Toys database.
Their addresses?
I guess you could go through that, but
do you have to sign a waiver to eat pizza?
No,
especially in 1980. No way.
I think it's implied in the beginning that Michael's controlling them.
That destroys the whole movie anyways. There's no need to set the puppet out. If Mike's controlling them, why set the puppet out? Just do it yourself. You can order them to do anything. Break their bones. They do it. It's not their power. Remember, it's not their power that shuts the toys down. That's not an issue. It's the wireless connection from the puppet. But if Mike can carry around a fucking Apple Watch and order them to break people's bones, why is Mike trying to set Charlie free at all? He does not need her. Do it yourself. You do it yourself. You use her little Apple Watch. All right, break their bones, and the toys move to do it. They're listening to Mike, not Charlie. Charlie's in the back room hibernating because she's scared of the music box. Mike can control the toys all by himself. There's no reason to let Charlie out of the box. None at all.
The only thing I could see is from the whole continue my father's legacy thing of like, oh, I should use a child spirit because that's what my father would have done.
Yeah.
Is it?
Because William was manipulating the children.
Just the purple guy's son.
Does William get other kids to stab the MCI for him, or does he do it himself?
Yeah, but once he has the MCI haunting the animatronics, that's what he's using.
Yeah, the MCI. Then
okay, but is that for I think that's for convenience sake, though, right? So we can, right?
I don't think so, because he shows up to kill Mike himself. I think he just liked having the kids kill people.
Interesting. Let me think about this. So the writing has turned into I'm going to use Charlie because it's like cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
cool is a way to describe it.
Maybe, because he does end up using the kids to gather more remnant. You could make the argument that he's doing this to improve his cover, because he's going undercover as a career counselor. And so if he's going out and killing the people himself a bunch, that could draw suspicion to him. That is kind of hurt by the fact that he shows up at the end, but you could also say the only reason he shows up at the end is because the animatronics are too incompetent and it's a last resort. However, in the FNAF 2 movie, it is a less convoluted plan in the beginning to just do it yourself, right? If he just sets the toys on them first, he doesn't have to... So all he has to do, right? So first, right? Power down the wireless connection, because you can do that. So you don't need to worry about the code at all. Just power down the wireless connection. They're off the internet. Next, it is less people get suspicious, less people go through the pizzeria if you, Michael Afton, just control the animatronics to begin with. Give them a verbal command, and they'll try to do it with their spooky red eyes. It is a less convoluted plan with less likelihood to get caught by not using the puppet. Whereas with William Afton in the first movie, it is a less complicated plan to use the kids, because you can maintain your cover as peaceful employee Steve Raglan and not get your hands dirty yourself unless you absolutely have to. Does that make sense?
I also will say,
Yeah.
that what you said makes sense. I have to wonder if that was his plan from the beginning to use Charlie, because one, he's luring people in there to kill them with the animatronics. He also tries to get the chick not to investigate the music box sound. Also, he could have broken the music box at any point if he wanted to. Mm-hmm. Also, when he finds the broken music box, he's like, oh, like his facial expression is like, oh shit. And then he has to book it because Charlie starts coming after him. And it's only after he's clear and safe that he's like, I think he's just mentally unstable is the reaction we see there. And he's like, okay, well, I can make
clearly he's fucking insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just like,
that's what we all know.
Even if you're like, aha, I'm evil. Why is your plan to use a ghost to do it when you can just do it yourself?
That's what I'm saying is I don't think he was planning for Charlie to get woken up, but after she was and he wasn't in imminent peril, he was just like, heh.
Oh no, it can't, because surely he lured the camera crew there for a reason. Surely the camera crew.
Why couldn't he just break the music box? Is the thing.
Great question. The movie sucks. Great question.
When she hears the music box, she's like, hey, does somebody hear that? And he kind of like pauses, and then he's like, this place will feed on your imagination.
He smirks. No, he wants her to break it. He smirks. Look at the scene.
And then
when she says, I hear a music box or whatever, the Freddy Carter visibly smirks. He like giggles to himself. You can go back and watch it. He wants her to go find it.
Yeah.
He's also, because he's playing a mentally unstable character and he's really off, he's hard to read.
Yeah.
That's true as well. That's true. There are times when his emotion is very comprehensible, though. Like, he's clearly very, like, hurt when, like, Vanessa's like, hey, fuck you.
He's also very clearly also scared of his father, I would say.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on from this part. What happens next? Yeah. What were we at? He's playing FNAF 2.
What's it called? One thing we didn't really go over is the scene of Vanessa like first turning the the music box on as a child. We've kind of talked about that throughout the film though, so like I don't think we need to keep talking about it. Next scene that happens after Mike is in the office. Hang on.
All right, there is something specific we see with Mike in the office. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
No, that's in a little bit though. That's not just yet, I believe. So yeah, there's no door, yada yada. The next scene, as soon as it starts.
I appreciate how slow the Withers are moving this entire scene. They are being very, very generous to Mike.
Next scene is Toy Freddy walking through Fast Fest.
Okay, yeah, on his way to go to the suburbs. Got it.
Yeah. So this scene happens. We have a security breach with Chica on stage, security breach and flashing lights, activating prototypes, and this is when the Wizards turn on. Then we have Toy Freddy outside of the old guy's house.
Yep. Who knows where? Even if it is, he's either randomly picking a house that he hopes adults are in, or he knows where the people that screwed him over 20 years ago are.
Yeah. And then we cut
A little
back
clunky
to Mike
either way.
We cut back to Mike in the office. I think this is probably the scene where we see him. This is the scene where Shadow Bonnie shows up for a few
Rifska
frames.
Fafska.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. I missed it both times. I blinked at the exact moment.
Really?
Yep.
It's exactly 7 frames,
Yeah.
I think.
I can't tell if that's going to be like relevant. Hang on, I think
Fast Fest was like a block party. Michael Afton was talking about it like it was like the second coming of Christ. It's like, and everyone loves Fast Fest. Half the town will be dead.
He's actually just insane. Like,
I mean, so is Afton. Yeah.
he's-
So is William.
yeah, but Afton is at least like smart. Like, there's no way he's not getting caught with half the town dying.
Oh, that's what I mean. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
That's why I also like it's hard to be invested in the movie because the villain is so, like, the Joker's insane, but it's on a personal level, right? For like Batman and other things, right? He's not like, and then I'm going to
I think-
destroy 12 orphanages and you start some shit, you know?
I think it is set up for his level of insanity to be super relevant in the next movie. I think
Okay.
he's going to have like a really big crash out.
All right.
I think you either should have had Michael.
I took my phone. I got a picture of Shadow Bonnie for you. I had really good timing, as you can see.
Let's go. Yeah, I saw. I looked at it after on there on the secret movie theater cut that we were at the movie theater together. I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I invited TD here too.
So yeah,
Also,
after Shadow
showed
Bonnie.
up with
Yeah,
the
after Shadow Bonnie.
DCI.
After Shadow
DCI
Bonnie,
film
this
crew.
is Vanessa driving and Mangle like attacking.
Oh yeah.
I
Okay, so
love
where does
Mangle
Mangle
in
come
this
from?
movie
Where does Mangle
so
come from?
much.
She's in the middle of the freeway.
That's
Has
a
just
great
been on the car the whole time. Did it dive on her from a tree? Did she not notice it
I
on her
like
car
the
when she got
thought
into the
that
car?
I like the idea that Mangle is just like running all fours like a dog, just like fast as fuck, boy.
Wow, that would have been a really awesome scene to see. Scott,
It would've been a good
please,
shot.
please.
I mean,
Scott.
I think I feel like
I
this
think-
is like one of those like you have this issue no matter because like in the parachute ending, how does the mimic get on top of the car? Like it's just something that happens.
You know what? Isn't it
Yeah,
inside the
also-
car? It's inside the car, isn't it?
No, that's
it's
in
on
the
top.
that's when you give it over. In the
Oh
parachute
yeah, you're
ending,
right. You're right. Well, yeah, never
you get in
mind.
the car,
Well,
you drive,
I
and
also
the
would say
mimic's
that's
just on
like,
your car.
I don't know, for a video game though. I feel like that's less like what the fuck than like a movie. Like it's like the third act, your character's running away, and it's, I don't know. But like, here's what I mean,
think it's
right?
fine either way.
All you need from it's
I feel
not movie destroying. No, it's not movie destroying. But all I'm saying is, Scott, you gave 30 minutes to the fucking science fair. You could have scrapped the science fair entirely. Stupid plot, doesn't do anything for anybody's character. And instead of doing that, you could just give that time to shit that actually matters. And setting up shit that actually matters. What does the science fair do? Okay, I'm forming a fake relationship with Abby, who I will then possess 20 minutes from now. I'm going to kill this random teacher who I know nothing about. And then also, Abby wins by cheating. There you go. That's the science fair.
Also, here's another thing. If the puppet wanted to use Abby to threaten Vanessa, tie Vanessa up, leave her there, go jump into Abby, walk Abby back, and be like, all right, I'm inside Abby. You tell me the code or I'm killing her right now. Like,
True. Toy Chica is unnecessary. The whole science fair is
the puppet
unnecessary.
inside Toy
Science
Chica?
fair doesn't need to happen.
after leaving. That's why
Yeah.
Vanessa was put into a little locker after being choked out.
Yeah.
I gotta do something with you.
Yeah, the whole, like, because listen, the first time, listen to me, the first time that Abby goes to visit the puppet / Toy Chica, is not for the science fair thing to happen. So just possess Abby, and eventually Vanessa and Mike are gonna check anyways. Like, the science fair thing is unnecessary.
Well, we had to have Abby come back and do the drawings and stuff and tell them, like, hey, I went somewhere, I saw this river, so they know where to check for her.
That's true.
But, like,
But Fazant was saying, right, we already know that Abby's a prophet. She can just draw where the places are without seeing them. So just have her do that again. Have her draw where the puppet spirit is.
yeah. But also,
There you go.
another thing, right, is
Simple
if it,
plot. Go ahead.
No, that wouldn't work. I was gonna say if the Faztalker was left, you could have jumped in her and then sent the message through the Faztalker, but Abby was following directions using the Faztalker to get there the first time.
It's a GPS. Charlie knows the exact directions. Oh, she is inside the computer. That's fine. Yeah, she's in the computer. That's fine. Okay, what comes after? Where were we at, Greg?
After Vanessa and Mango, we have Toy Freddy actually in the house.
Mm-hmm.
And we've talked about this scene bluntly.
Yep. Then he goes to Ultra Instinct and teleports across the kitchen without making a sound.
Yeah, we have more of Mike playing FNAF 2. Mike twists Balloon Boy's head.
Yeah, he snaps his neck.
I love that.
Military style.
But I have a question about the Toy Freddy in the house and Vanessa driving up. All of the flailing her car run she did that didn't get mangled off in the beginning, but now she slams the brakes once and he goes flying.
True.
Yeah.
Like she was hanging on like that, but then now he'll fly off.
Also, wait a minute. Wait. Oh no, never mind. She knows where Toy Freddy is. Never mind, that works. Although she is lucky that Toy Freddy was standing in front of the window to take them both out. So.
Yeah, honestly, if the people were in front of the window, she would have just killed them.
True. Wait, that's true. Okay, so then she brings the other people out of the house, and then Toy Bonnie is at. Then Michael snaps Balloon Boy's neck.
Yeah, Mike snaps Balloon Boy's neck. There's not much to say. Ultimately, Mike just deactivates all of the.
Yeah, Toy Bonnie's about to stab those people. And then...
Yeah, Matt Pack's about to kill two people. Withered Foxy is about to kill Mike. He stands there for a long time.
Yeah. Withered Foxy stands there for 20 seconds and lets Mike figure out what to do.
Which, like, whatever.
Unwithered counted, by the way. It's 22 seconds.
Oh, jeez.
And after that...
hang on. I need to see something. I need to see what Toy Bonnie says in this scene. Because Toy Bonnie looks like he's ready to stab.
They don't care about you. Which implies that their target is all parents. Because remember, it's the puppet talking, not Toy Bonnie.
Yeah, but whatever. After that, Mike deactivates everything. We get to one still active. The marionette breaks out of Toy Chica's fucking chest.
Oh yeah. At some point, it just went inside of.
Well, that's what I'm
Toy
saying.
Chica.
Was the marionette not in Toy Chica the whole time at the science fair?
Why was it in there? Why? Well, because listen. So that means that. This is what it means, right? It means that Vanessa, the marionette stuffed Vanessa into a locker, then left McKenna Grace to die, and hid around inside of Toy Chica's stomach, hoping that Abby would show up.
Wait a second.
Is that why Toy Chica's beak was missing?
Yeah, that was literally.
Oh, that's probably why. Yeah, that's probably why.
Beak off to open herself.
That's the lore. The puppet is in Toy Chica and FNAF 4.
I just realized McKenna Grace might still be alive then.
I mean,
oh my gosh, she might.
That'd be nice.
Because like Abby doesn't die after getting possessed.
Yeah, no. I mean, although she looks, she looks like her face is all pale and gross and all that stuff. So
you can see like the purpley veins running through her face.
Yeah,
the agony veins.
But my thing is, like, it's good that Toy Chica just, like, the puppet sat around in Toy Chica's stomach waiting for Abby to show up, hoping that her science fair project would get destroyed, so she showed up that day.
No, I don't think the puppet definitely wasn't in Toy Chica whenever Abby showed up there, because the puppet was strangling Vanessa.
True! When did it get in there, then?
It was as they were getting ready to leave.
It was before they got into the cab,
because
okay, so it was off screen. It was off screen. Okay.
If spirits can possess people in
if I had to guess what happened,
have you thought that maybe this has happened in the games?
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh.
If spirits can possess people.
Do you think that's why Toy Chica's beak was off?
Yes, I do.
What? It possessed the toy?
The insider.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Because it seems like she's going in somehow through the mouth, because Abby calls back to puking up the orange gummy candy.
Yeah.
But Toy Chica without her beak in the games can attack you at the same time that the puppet can, so it's not that in the games.
Yeah.
It's not that the puppet's in there in the games.
Yeah, it's not that in games. That's still something.
It could still be like puppet influence. Like that could be what they're going for.
God puppet.
That's just the reason it happened in this movie. But like either way.
Puppet.
God puppet.
We don't need another
I'm guessing Charlie did that just as like reassurance in case something went wrong.
Yeah.
And then, like, she would know
That's
that the
also why
prototypes
Chica
all got
calls the
deactivated. She would know that all the toys got deactivated, so she'd be like, okay, I need a host.
Well, anyway,
And
so
that's when she possesses Abby.
yeah, so then they go to Abby's house. Now we're in the last scene in the movie, by the way. They will not leave this house till the movie ends. Very anticlimactic. They are at the last scene. Okay. Abby gets put to bed by Toy Chica after this, they win the science fair. Hip hip hooray. Then she starts losing power. And so she breaks out of Toy Chica by basically like, it looks like her chest shatters like clay. And then the puppet breaks out, dives in, possesses Abby, and possessing Abby actually reconnects the Wi-Fi signal that Mike shut off, which turns all the other animatronics back on.
I disagree.
Okay, how to turn back on? How to turn back on?
All right, so when the puppet is using these animatronics, the lighting around their eyes is pink. In this scene, as the signal gets not reactivated, but rerouted, it's purple. I think it's Michael Afton.
Then why is it red at the end and not purple?
No, not their eyes lighting up, but the light behind them, like, and around the eyes.
Oh, I need to look back at the thing for that. I need to look back at the movie to see that. Let me look at my theater showing real fast.
Michael is controlling
this
them at the
theater
end.
does not have good enough quality, I don't think.
Oh, you can't really tell. All right, I'll have to go back and watch the movie again.
Like,
so,
from that point on, Michael is the one in control of them, right? Like, he's like, break their bones.
No, I don't think so.
Puppet was before.
I don't believe so.
Maybe you don't think so.
Hold on. So after the puppet gets into... Wait, yeah, what does Toy Chica do? Because Toy Chica explodes. Her stomach opens up. Yeah. Then does Toy Chica just sit around doing nothing for the rest of the time that Abby's chasing her through the house? Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah, Toy Chica's just sitting in the bedroom doing nothing. So you think Michael would try to make it move or something. Huh. Yeah, it's just sitting in the bedroom doing nothing while Abby chases. When things aren't on screen in this movie, they stop existing.
Yeah.
So let's say if Caitlin's correct, Michael conveniently hacks in to which means that Michael has the power to hack into the animatronics, which means that Michael should have hacked into the animatronics way earlier in the movie, and none of this was necessary, because if he can't hack into them by himself, he could have done that from the start. But anyway, putting that aside, let's say he conveniently hacks into Toy Chica.
All of the controls are behind that code.
Let's see he hacks into Toy Chica at the exact same time that is convenient for the plot. He then has Toy Chica sit around for like 5 to 10 minutes doing absolutely nothing while we have a spooky scene of Abby chasing Vanessa around the house. Toy Chica's just chilling in the bedroom, doing nothing.
Yep.
He got his control, and then he wanted to rock up to the house so he could watch it.
Yeah, which by the way, on the way to the house, Jeremiah magically materializes out of thin air on a random street.
He's just there.
He's just there. Jeremiah randomly materializes.
God's son.
And he lets Vanessa into his car and brings them there. Now, Jeremiah, of course, is off screen, so he no longer exists. The 4 other animatronics, the toys, or the 4 others, sorry, pull up to the house. So now we have Mangle, Toy Freddy, Toy Bonnie, and Toy Chica who's come out of the fucking whatever. And they're surrounding whatever this is. But Michael Schmidt actually prayed to the Golden Freddy Kid to pull up. So the Golden Freddy Kid comes, and we get an Avengers scene where the original classics materialize out of thin air without anybody noticing, and just destroy all of the toy animatronics. They are in pristine PSA 10 condition, especially Foxy. Not a speck of dirt on Foxy. And now the Golden Freddy Kid is like... Oh, wait, no, we forgot about the monologue of Mike Afton, who's like... I'll let you handle this one. I'm tired. Somebody talk about Michael Afton going...
Let me find the
I guess my sis lied, huh? I'm Michael Afton, by the way.
Yeah, hold on. I'm pulling
I'm from the games.
She was always selective with the truth.
I'm from the games.
Yeah, so first of all, he's here. He's like, hey, knock, knock. Guess who? How does he have this address, first of all?
Because he needed to be there.
And there's a tracker in her.
Man, it's really strange that he was allowed to get in here without some guy outside stopping him. It would be really weird for the plot if the same guy that I'm talking about clotheslined him right after this without even knowing who he was. Doesn't know who he is, by the way. Jeremiah has no idea who Michael Afton is, yet he assaults him. He's committed a crime for all he knows. He assaults him. Anyway, continue.
He's a real one. He's ride or die.
Yes, it's like he spends a lot of time introducing himself. It's like we are here for his purpose. Like we are here to do William's bidding. I am here to continue his legacy. I'm going to kill half the town.
Also, you belong to him too. You're his child too. You should do what he wants. We are his property.
Yeah. Hold on.
You should come home, and Vanessa hits him with the "I am home."
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, and then by the way, they hate him. They hate her now.
Mike Schmidt literally says, "Your father is dead," and Michael Afton goes through like 17 facial expressions. Like, yeah, and I'm here to continue his legacy.
So anyway,
so I think he does straight up. Yeah, he just straight up thinks that that William's dead.
Yeah. So now Golden Freddy Kid pulls up, and his character assassinated immediately. Because Golden Freddy Kid has not been torturing Afton because he hates him, but has instead just been holding him in the back room to protect people. Because if he gets out, he'll come back stronger and more powerful than ever before. And then Mike Schmidt, talking to a kid who got murdered, goes, "Who are you talking about?" Who do you think, Mike Schmidt? You fucking idiot! What's wrong with you?
Oh, I hate him.
What's wrong?
Then he turns around after Vanessa's big "I am home" and is like, "Actually, we hate you."
Yeah. And so anyway, then the Golden Freddy Kid is like, yeah, so I guess since my goal wasn't to torture Afton but to stop him, it would have made a lot more sense if I like dropped a brick on his neck or something, or like cut his head off with a hacksaw. That would have been smarter than keeping him in the back room. When torturing him is not my goal, because I've just said out loud that my goal is to like keep him restrained so he doesn't hurt anybody, right? So I should have killed him. But anyway, also we can't be here for long. Wait, our bodies can't be here. I have to disappear. Bitch, your body's not here! What do you mean you have to leave? Your body is nowhere to be seen!
Okay,
You're fine,
I have
stay!
A lot of thoughts about this
I think he was dodging the question. Are you going to heaven? I'll see you there someday. That's not yes.
Yeah, that's what Fazant was saying. That's what Fazant was saying. He thinks they're going to the fun
we were
times.
talking about that last night.
So, starting from, I think that Michael knew William was dead. Yes. And I think that Toy Freddy Kid knew that William was, or not Toy Freddy, sorry, Golden Freddy Kid knew that William was dead, yes. But obviously in FNAF, being dead doesn't mean you're gone, right?
Yeah.
So, like, he's already dead. He can't do anything to kill him more except just hold him there, which is what I think that he was doing. I think that he knew that William was dead and possessing the animatronic, and he was preventing William from being able to escape because of his possession. And I think that Michael Afton knew that as well, too, because there's Circus Baby with green eyes in their closet in the 70s.
Okay.
So, like...
Actually,
all right, question.
I went back and checked. The eyes are blue.
There's no...
For sure, there's no way. There's no way.
Keep going.
All right, but question. Here's my thing, right? If FNAF 3 comes out, and the MCI don't show up, and they actually did just die there, can you agree with my point that the Golden Freddy Kid is riding his ass?
Yes.
Holy beak.
Yeah.
Okay. Because to me, it read genuinely like, funny Avengers moment. Okay, bye guys, I'm out of the story now. Like, I don't think the Golden Freddy Kid's gonna show up again. I hope he does. If he doesn't, it'd be stupid.
Well, here's what I think. He's not going to show up in FNAF 3. You know when he is going to show up is in Sister Location in the fun times.
If they make enough money. This movie's getting absolutely destroyed at the ratings. I think the box office, we'll see how it does in the next few days. And yeah, Unusual Care, we saw that if spirits possess people in the movie, have you thought that maybe they can do that in the games? I mean, Ennard kind of literally puppets Michael Afton. I think that's what this is a parallel to. The whole, like, Ennard inside of him thing.
Yeah, I also think the kids, like, quote-unquote moving on is just the exact same setup that FNAF 3 had, where it's like, oh, the kids are gone, they moved on with Happiest Day. And then it's like, oh, that actually didn't happen yet. We have to go through the...
Yeah, well, the only thing you can say is the Golden Freddy Kid has to pull up, lie for 20 seconds, and then leave. Because he says we can't inhabit these bodies, but his body's nowhere to be seen, and we know for a fact that he can leave whenever the fuck he wants. Because in the first movie, he teleports across town, gets in a taxi, and drives back to the pizzeria. So he's not limited by Freddy. So he's just lying when he says, oh, I can't be in this body. His body's not even there, first of all. The Golden Freddy suit's not even at the house. So he's either lying or the writing is trash. You have one or two options. One or two options. He's lying or the writing is garbage.
Well, I don't think he's lying necessarily, but I think he's being deceptive. He's saying like, we can't inhabit these bodies anymore. We'll see you in heaven someday.
We'll see you in the fun
Both
times.
those things are true. That doesn't mean it's right now.
We'll see you in the fun times. Which I'm not going to tell you about, by the way. Mike, here are Afton's exact plans. I'm inside the fun times. Nope. Instead, I'm going to go, Mike, he's going to be really strong, dude. Goodbye. Thanks. Really helpful, man.
I'm back. What's up?
We're ending the movie.
We were talking about the Golden Freddy kid.
Can you ask the director to go back to check Circus Baby's eye color? Because I'm actually.
Oh yeah, true.
I thought it was green.
All right.
I thought it was green too.
Director. Yeah.
So they do light up blue, and then they look green after the yellow like flashlights come on.
But what if that's like?
But Chica's eyes also look green after the yellow flashlights come on. And
No.
Yeah, but like, what is the iris color?
Hold on. Give me a sec. I'm gonna get a picture of it. I got my phone out.
Before the flashlight comes on, just the irises.
Yeah, I'll snap a few pictures. Director, be ready to pause this shit for me.
Wait, from the movie theater, isn't that illegal? Isn't that piracy? You wouldn't do that.
No, don't worry. Me and this guy, we're cool.
This is a private showing. We're allowed.
Yeah, it's a private showing.
I gave Faz on a private showing recently.
Hey, yo.
I was referring to my balls. Okay.
All right, bad.
The joke is my peanuts.
For those of you who didn't get the
joke is
for those of you who didn't get the joke, it's my peanuts.
All right, so you want it like before the lights turn on?
Yeah, before the flashlight comes on, when it's just the irises.
All right, one sec.
Yo, check it out, chat. 4 Chick-fil-A sauces. Yo.
Here's what I think is going to happen. I think they're going to keep making movies all the way through 6. I think that they're going to have, potentially, here's my prediction, they're going to have Mike Schmidt die in the FNAF 3 fire, and then they're going to move on to Michael Afton, and I think that we're going to get a backstory with Michael Afton in FNAF 4, the movie, where it's going to explain why Afton took Garrett. It's going to be like a bunch of like flashbacks type movie. Then I think they're going to go into Sister Location. I think that Michael's backstory is going to lead into Elizabeth the Circus Baby going into Sister Location, and then I think we're going to get to FNAF 6. So I think the first 3 games are going to be Mike Schmidt, and the next 3 games are going to be Mike Afton. That's my prediction.
Okay, so what I'll say, right, because we're basically done anyway, not only does Jeremiah knock out Michael Afton, someone he doesn't know and has never met and knows nothing about, and say, "Where are you going, jackass?" Jeremiah then walks inside the house, leaving Michael unsupervised, and Michael runs away. He gets away.
That's so funny.
The movie's shit.
Oh,
Jeremiah, you're really muscular, dude. You're really muscular, Jeremiah. Just bring him inside. He's a twink.
Honestly, he is.
Yeah, just grab him with your huge muscles and bring his ass in the building. Don't say, "Where are you going, jackass?" and then leave him on the ground alone so he can get away. Why'd you hit him to begin with? Do we see him get away? The camera takes the exact same angle it did when he got knocked out to deliberately show you that he's not there anymore. So yes.
Yeah.
We do see him get away.
I agree. He's gone. So
yeah.
All right. And then that's the wait, hold on. Last sentence. Mike tells Vanessa to fuck off. They have forgotten the puppet is in the house this entire time. Because by the way, the music box that Michael stole and didn't obey Henry's wishes as a grieving father, he stole it and took it back to his house. And then he opened it. And then he closed it for some reason, even though it was working. And then they all forget, because Charlie's off screen, so she doesn't exist, right, Cryo? The character's off screen, so it's not real anymore.
She doesn't exist.
So they all forget that the puppet exists. And then Michael says, "Stay away from us," and walks out of his own house, leaving Vanessa in his house while he goes fucking somewhere.
Probably the hospital with Abby, if I had to guess.
True, yeah. And anyway, then the puppet comes up from behind Vanessa and possesses Vanessa. And the movie's over.
We did miss
that was the movie.
One tiny detail.
All right, what's that?
There are spring locks in Toy Chica.
True.
Yes.
Yeah.
No relevance to the games, though.
Are spring locks.
So.
Wasn't that the thing Scott was saying in that one live stream chat?
Oh yeah, nobody understood that.
Nobody solved the lore of the Endo O2s.
Those who know.
Interesting.
know.
But they don't have spring locks in the models. That's got to be a retcon, right? Because they don't on the,
Well,
in the
no,
NO2's
actually,
model.
they do
are
have
there
the
spring
same
locks?
rounded rib
things
cage.
look like
Oh,
spring
interesting.
locks. I've been
Okay.
saying that for
That's cool.
ages.
That's cool. Okay. Well, maybe then, yeah, maybe they were spring locks. That's cool. I don't really know.
Because the thing is, if you decide
Wait,
to
what if
stop
Toy Chica? What if
putting people in
William
suits-
Afton did use Toy Chica? Toy Chica is William Afton. No.
No. But if
Look,
you've decided to
I'll
stop
post it in
having
the
people
chat here.
wear
I know
these
one
dangerous
person
spring
into
lock
it too.
suits, if they still function as animatronics, there's not really a need to change the endos. You just stop having people get in them.
Why did Michael forget the puppet was in his house? It's in your house. If that's your house, dude.
for
If there's a
real.
fucking ant in my house, I freak out. If there's a demon
I
child.
Demon child.
So anyway, I think the movie was absolutely abysmal. Not a single scene without some sort of plot contrivance that you could easily fix with 2 seconds of effort. And there's an entire subplot that's entirely meaningless. I feel like give this script...
I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know, my brother was high and drunk and he didn't enjoy it.
Oh.
So I liked Freddy Fazbear, haha. I liked when he went har har har. I liked funny circus baby reference. I know who that is. My member berries, key jangling, I know who that is. Writing, abysmal. Some of the worst I've seen recently. Anyways, 3 out of 10.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Deducer!
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on ASMR?
That's crazy.
Okay. Alright.
That's insane.
The FNAF 2 movie. Why would Toy Chica be missing her spring lock? Sky Coffin 2015.
Oh, we do have to talk
Dude,
about the post credits.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I deduced that Vanessa has peak ASMR.
Holy
Chat.
Holy
It has
optimal.
been
Holy
ordained.
optimal. Snipping tool, cryo, snipping tool. Holy optimal deducer. We are not going to screenshot. Holy peak. Okay, who wants to talk about the post-credit scene? Because I've complained enough. I'm done. 3 out of 10.
I think that bro got slimed out.
Yeah, okay. Here's the only thing to really ask about it, because like, so.
Wait, you think Henry's dead? You think Henry's dead?
Yeah,
Dude, I do too. I do
we
too. I
talked
think they
about one of the
fucking killed him.
post-credit scenes already.
I think
we talked about Springtrap's there. He's in the next game. I mean, he's in the next movie. Big one. We know.
Yeah.
So there's 2 questions: is Henry alive or dead? I think he's alive, and the reason I think he's alive, I think that Lefty is in the next movie.
That would make sense.
I think that's how they try to get the
but
puppet
Cryo,
out.
they
I
could
think
only
Henry
afford
will
10 seconds of screen time for him in this movie. So what if they can only afford another
True.
10 seconds for the next movie?
Yeah, dude, maybe he just has a bunch of tapes. Maybe we get HRY 220, HRY 221.
he just ADRs in the audio and makes like $10 million.
Oh my god, I would love it if we have a series of tapes. They're labeled HRY 221, HRY 222, HRY 223.
Yeah.
And people would finally, God, oh my god, I would love it. I'd pop off.
Well, so anyway, Caitlin gave it a 6.5. I still have it at a 3. Have either of your scores shifted at all because of the discussion today?
Yeah,
I do want to say that's only counting horror movies. I'm at like a 4 for all movies.
Okay.
But for horror movies, I'm at a 6.5.
Okay. Fazan?
like I enjoyed watching it, but this movie.
No, too. I'm a FNAF fan as well. I like the funny har meme. That was funny. Haha.
Are we
Like,
talking
I enjoyed my
rating
time
or like
watching
our
this.
personal?
I'm glad
Objectively,
I went to a movie theater and
objectively.
I watched it.
Objectively?
Yeah, how's it written? How's the writing?
If I were not a FNAF fan, I would probably give it like a 4.
Okay, well, if we're being purely objective, this movie's dog shit.
Yeah, it's terrible. We are being objective.
No, if we're being purely objective, I think a 3 is generous.
Yeah, it's the
But
only.
I'm a FNAF fan.
Yeah, the only merit this film has is, oh my god, look, Circus Baby and
looks
Shadow
good.
Bonnie. The problem is, that's not mutually exclusive from good writing. You can have both. You can have Circus Baby in the movie and have the movie be good. You don't need to choose one or the other.
They really just chose hype moments and aura. It's cooked.
Yeah, they really just, they were aura farming.
Well,
All right, chat, I'm going to post a poll in the chat to see what everybody has thought about this movie. If it loads. If the chat loads. Oh, but thank you guys for joining me. There will be a more edited version of this at some point. But this was just so I could get something out really quick so people who got out of the movie tonight could be like, I wonder what other people thought, and then watch me complain for 4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3 hours and 10 minutes.
3 hours, yeah.
But still. Oh shit is not loading. Jarvis, can we load the...
Jarvis, load it up.
When we were at above 500 viewers almost the whole time. So that's pretty lit. Especially considering opening night's not even over. Many people probably haven't even seen it yet, so they don't want spoilers.
Yeah.
So hopefully it gets some good VOD views. All right, I was waiting for my chat to load in, then I'll do the poll. Also, guys, make sure you go ahead and leave a like on the stream, because when the stream turns into a VOD, the like will help it get pushed to the algorithm. Thank you, thank you. Let's get at least 14 more likes. Woo! Should have done this poll at the start of the stream, probably, but hey, hindsight's 2020. I say while critiquing the film. To be fair, though, I'm critiquing the script, which is finished very early, so they did have time to revise that. That they did have hindsight on that themselves. So. All right, well, it's not loading, so I have to go to my phone.
It's cooked.
Jarvis, make Charlotte Emily Jesus Christ. And then have her want to kill people for the rest of the movie. Jarvis, make the puppet Mary. Alright, here we go. Gotta add a poll. She's so vengeful and she's in the games, unlike Cassidy. True! Ooh, I can't wait to do absolutely nothing tomorrow.
Dude, yeah. I can't wait to...
Interesting. Yeah, so I literally can't even do a poll even though I'm signed in. This is very interesting. Boy, I sure love YouTube. Oh wait, my chat loaded. Let's go.
Oh, huge.
Alright, I'm doing the poll. Here it comes. You can only do 4 options, chat. So we're gonna do... How good was it to you? How good was it to you? And we'll have our options will be 1 to 3. Right? 1 to 3 out of 10. We'll have it be...
I'm gonna step away for just a second.
Yep. 4 to 7 out of 10. Or we'll have it be... 8 to 10 out of 10. Let's see. I am hoping to see everybody in the 1 to 3 out of 10 range.
Yeah.
Especially after this discussion.
Seeing a little bit too many 8 to 10s. I'm expecting a lot
4 to
of
7. 4 to 7, that's acceptable. That's acceptable.
Yeah, I'm expecting a lot of those. I will give it a 7 out of 10. Yeah, I might give you a day I'm gonna give you a day break.
As long as more people think it's a 1 to 3 than people think it's an 8 to 10. Which they do.
Yeah, we're
they
out
do.
there right now.
Yeah. All right, 4 to 7, that's fine. That's respectable. It's not
5 out of 10. I can accept.
It's not. Listen. Like a 1 out of 10 movie is like the camera's like facing the floor and has like dust on it. Like yeah.
It was an 8.7. Yeah, you gotta go. That's 8 or 7. Yep, you're on drugs.
Can't believe Deducer finally watched ASMR. This is so peak. So peak.
Beautiful. I respect it. I think FNAF fans are too used to bad media. I agree.
You haven't seen the movies, so you can't vote. Why are you here? The movie's
why are
destroyed
you here?
for
we
you
just
now.
told you everything that happens.
Yeah.
Really good visuals. I agree. I think the movie looked great. That's where it gets most of its points.
I will not be watching it again. You can get everything you need to know from the trailer. The last scene in the movie is in the trailer.
It is. 19% of the chat is unwell.
8 to 10. You guys are crazy. All right, well, thank you guys for joining me today.
Very
soon, I'm going to post a a giveaway where I'll give away 3 of the shirts. However, if you want like the hoodies or whatever, they are on sale for 20 more days. I'm taking them off Christmas. I'm talking about the Andrew Christmas hoodies. So if you guys would like to get one of those, I think they're linked in the store somewhere or on my channel page. But that'll do it for today. Thank you guys for joining me. Keep an eye out for my community posts because I will start the giveaway, right? Where you can enter just by commenting. That we won that's from the charity stream that you guys got the reward. So I'm very glad you guys are here with me today. Thanks so much. I hope you all enjoyed the movie, even if I thought it was kind of meh. And I still had fun. Because I was there with my friends. I was there with With the Truth. I was there with Gibby. We were laughing around. But once I got out and thought about what actually happened in the movie, I was like, that was pretty clunky.
Yeah.
I think the first one was actually more coherent. But
I think it's one of those films where, like, the more you watch it, the worse it gets.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much for stopping by. And I'll be back sometime with a FNAF movie actually edited video after I force my editor, Caitlin, to make it. All right.